Noticeably slow.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Geeks on Dice. I said it right this time.
Geeks on Dice.
It is Sunday, and every other Sunday we play Rumors in the Southern Isles. Brought to you by these lovely people around me. Because a couple of the players have missed out, we'll introduce our characters one last time on here. So, starting with Chuck with Adric. Chuck?
Yep. My name is Chuck. I'm playing Adric. I'm also co-host for Power Up Gamer for Accessibility. We're here to have a good time.
And Connor?
I'm Connor. I run the channel Versatile Diecaster. I played a game on there last night, playtesting some stuff that I made. Check it out if you want to. Stay here if you don't. I'm playing Stony, the eccentric wizard that does mechanics with his wizardry.
I fully plan on checking that out later, by the way. Brendan, if you'd like to come back over to the table, you know, I mean, we're only doing introductions.
Hi, everybody. Brendan. I play the rogue Majorican, and hopefully I don't die along with everybody else today.
Hi, my name is Misty. I play the character Lazari. She's a Tabaxi druid.
That over there's the littlest DM. And this is our NPC for the day.
Hello, I'm Brandon. I play Fern, the fighter.
And I'm Zach Narragon, the host and DM here on Geeks on Dice. Friend to all of my players. So, last week, where we left off, the part of the party, because we're currently split into three, you know, don't split the party, we'll split it into three pieces. I believe Majorican, Adric, and Fern are on the first level of the tower. Second floor, first level. That's what that is. Majorican and Wabo are currently climbing the outside of this tower that expels...
Wait, Majorican?
Or not Majorican. Haha.
Wobble.
Lazari and Wabo are currently climbing the outside of the tower that expels the mist that eats animals. So that could be interesting. And poor Stony Tark spent an extra day laid up in bed, sick.
Jungle Air didn't agree with him.
No. He's a gnome. He's used to being somewhere that's dusty and quiet. And
At least you weren't turned into a Smurf.
That's just rude. I feel like that's racist to gnomes in some way. So, we'll start there because Stony does in fact need to catch up.
Quite.
So, Stony. Now that all the cans are open. I'll stab you. So, I'm sorry. Stony, you wake up to the big bartender that you met a couple days before. He's shaking you in bed. Says, "Hey, you need to get up now. Unless you plan on laying here for another. I know it's the wrong voice, but I'm going with this one. Unless you plan on paying for another day."
No, I should get out of bed. It doesn't suit anyone to be in bed for too long. And
That's
he would
true.
sort of hop down onto the floorboards, and he'd look around. Where'd everybody else go?
They were off in the jungle already. The kobold guy left that egg over here too. You look over and the egg's sitting in a pile of trash.
Did he tell you to not touch it?
He said we shouldn't eat it.
Don't break it either.
Even look at it.
All right, but if you want to stay in this room, I'm gonna need you to pay for at least a couple days.
All right, fine. How much is that?
How much did I charge you?
Got it. No. Yeah.
It was 2 coins a day per room, right?
Yeah, something like that.
2 gold a day.
I pitched up this first day, and he only has to pay for it.
But I'll tell you what, 10 gold, you can have the room for a week.
Don't stab.
That's quite a deal.
I have the equivalent of 10 gold on me right now. And he pulls out the 8 gold pieces, 10 more silver pieces.
Be 100 copper.
And 10 more. He just throws down all of his money.
Count. Just count 1 and 2.
And before he's done, Stony is going to leave and say, bye!
No, you gotta wait for me to finish counting. Wait, did you want a drink before you leave? We got our special drink in again.
I need to catch up with people. I'll be back.
Here.
He looks down at his gauntlet. In a while.
I like this voice. I can't remember. I'm gonna go with this voice for now.
Country.
Country. Southern accent.
I think our pizza's here.
No.
You guys don't need to hear that on YouTube. Okay, so yeah, you rush out and you look around and there's no sign of your friends. Yeah, that's my daughter.
Is there any way I could maybe tell which way they went? Oh, wait. I was told about the tower too, wasn't I?
Yep.
So Stony would probably assume that they probably went that way and head in that direction as well.
Okay, so you start running off in a direction. And you remember, oh yeah, there's a fog that eats people.
It's almost.
It's fine. We fought a wolf lizard thing before.
Okay.
I may not be fast, but I can get creative with stuff.
That's true. So yeah, I wanted to keep talking that voice. So you guys, so not you guys, you run off into the jungle. You reach the jungle line. You see like a couple piles of bones just here, and there's a lady walking through, and she's picking the bones up, and she's like throwing them all in a bag. She looks up at you, and then looks back down and keeps picking them up.
I'm sorry for your losses. Bye, Stony says as he runs past her, waving.
You hear, wait, you're going into the jungle?
Yeah, I'm going to the tower that's making all this weird gas stuff that melts people.
The mist?
Yeah.
Is it the fog?
It's the fog, the mist, the gas.
Hey, look, it's the stuff that's killing things right now. All right, that's the issue.
It's in the air and it's hard to see through.
Says, well, do you have a tent or anything? When it gets dark out, the fog comes out, it'll kill you.
Don't worry, I can handle it.
Yeah. I'm sure these guys right here thought they could handle it too. They didn't handle it very well.
I have a trick up my sleeve that I shouldn't tell people.
Well, maybe it'll help people. Maybe you should tell people.
No. As in, it will probably cause harm to me if I tell people.
Good job, Sonny. Keep quiet.
Well,
He remembers the no magic rule.
right. She says, well, in exchange for a favor later, I could give you a special, and she looks around and like air quotes, special cloak that'll keep you safe from the fog.
What does the special cloak do?
It keeps you from dying in the fog.
Oh. Okay. But first, some ground rules on that favor. I'm not doing anything to your undercarriage.
Agreed.
Okay, that's it. And I'm probably not going to kill people either. Unless they really, really deserve it.
What if they're like really crabby?
I mean, there's being mean and there's deserving to die.
Fair enough. And then she like reaches in the same bag that she's throwing all these bones in, and like you can see her like dig and like half climb in it. She pulls out
Is Hermione?
a green cloak, and she like shakes the dust off it, and like you see like a tooth fly off of it. She says, "Here, when you take it, our deal will be served. our deal will be sealed.
He takes it and he flips it around his head and ties it at his neck.
Okay. As you put it on, you can feel it's kind of warm. Like not like you put a coat on and it's warm. Like you can feel it's radiating warmth. She says, "When I need to exchange my favor, I'll find you."
All right, sounds good. Bye. And he continues sprinting off.
Okay. You sprint off into the jungle. It's got palm trees and all sorts of exotic plants and big bugs and stuff. You've seen a lot of this similar stuff, but it's slightly different on this island from last time you were in the jungle. Eventually, you get to this point where you can tell there's obviously some kind of campsite there. So I assume you're just like running through the woods this whole way, trying to catch up.
Yes.
There's a very obvious trail heading off in this direction in the woods. So
Slightly charged trees.
you get there, you can see there's obviously a spot for a really big bonfire of some kind. You can you can tell where people set up for camp. You head up over the trees, and when you start heading up into the woods, you pass. Was it a man or a lady that was guiding you guys? The furball guy.
Yeah, guy.
He was the one
Hanging
that was
moss.
talking like this, wasn't
No.
he? No.
He had a
Hey man,
relax.
All right. He was like this, man. Yeah. So you see a big furball man come down. He goes, "Oh, slow down, little guy. What's
Sorry, I
up?
gotta catch up with my friends. Gotta go. Bye.
Hold on." And he like picks you up. He's like, slow down. You go running through the woods. You're gonna stir up something dangerous, man.
Wait, is it Thursday?
I can't remember.
Snake Man.
If I don't go through the woods fast, my friends are probably gonna die in a tower.
Oh, those are your friends? Nah, man, they're with Fern. They're fine.
Oh,
I'm
they're
hanging
sweet.
moss, and he holds out his giant hand to shake
Nice
your
to
little
meet
hand.
you.
And when he shakes your hand, he
I, like,
accidentally
grab
you up.
onto a finger.
He's like, "Hey,
Old ass out here.
that's a neat cloak." When he pokes it, he's like, "That's pretty warm. Where'd you find a cloak like that?"
A lady gave it to me.
Hey, and he like holds up a hand and like looks around, even though you're in the jungle and there's no one around you. Magic's not allowed around Jakari, right?
I'm very aware.
Okay, be careful, man. And he stands up. He says, "If you head just over this pass, follow the trail. It's gonna fork off. Go left. Don't go right. If you go right, you'll end up lost in the mountains somewhere, man. Go
Oh, I have
left.
friends in the mountains. I might visit them afterwards. But thank you.
Be careful, man. Jakari's more dangerous than you'd think. Also, do you have any food on you?
I think so.
Okay, make sure you have lots of food. Just trust me on this. One of your friends kind of screwed up the ecosystem."
All right.
"All right, man, you have a good day." He pats you on the head and just walks away.
You too. Thanks, Hanging Moss. Bye.
That's
Sprint.
the first time I got a voice.
Stoney's got hella endurance.
He just charges up the hill.
Yep.
It's not a particularly steep hill, but it is a large mountain. It takes you a while. And before you even get to the top of the mountain, it starts
Probably
getting
rests halfway like,
right. You stop, you breathe, and it starts getting darker. You can see the fog. When you get to the top of the mountain, you can kind of see the tower off in the distance.
Are you gonna?
You can see the glint of water underneath it, and
No, you keep
you
going.
can see a couple smoke trails as the night starts to settle on the other side of that water.
well, I hope this works, he says, holding onto the cloak, and he's going to continue towards it.
Okay, so as the fog comes, when it gets to you, you like bundle up as much as you can, and it hits you with force. It almost knocks you back. In fact, make a strength check. Because you're good at these. Being a wizard and all.
Grand total of 7.
So it does, in fact, knock you to the ground, but you get yourself back up and you continue on. But yeah, it does seem that when the fog gets close enough, it kind of pushes away, but it's really close to your face. You can't really see anything.
Why didn't I steal that cloak?
Now is not the time to test if this is flammable.
I'm curious.
Yeah, you're kind of trudging through the fog, And after running into about the 7th tree, you realize you should probably settle down somewhere for the night because you're not going to get anywhere through this fog. So
Stony is going to he's going to pull out a small disc, press a button on it, and toss it on the ground, and it will expand and hover next to a tree. And this is him casting Tensor's floating disc. And he's going to climb on top of the disc and then try to jump up and pull himself onto a branch.
It reminds like a genie sitting on this carpet.
Now, you do remember, because you're an intelligent guy, because you're a wizard and an inventor, that you really don't have to worry about too many animals attacking you in the fog. Because the fog eats everything. But as you're trying to, drift off to sleep, you're kind of watching the fog out, just out of pure habit, from being in the jungle. And when you're up on your branch, you can see misty forms of monkeys swinging through the trees. You can see foggy birds fly past you. You look down, you can see small animals move around. You can even see like people walking through the fog, but they can't really be there. You kind of get the sense that these are like images and echoes of what these things used to be.
And as he's settling into his branch, he's going to have the fingertip of his gauntlet light up, and he's going to trace a circle of wire around him as he is casting Alarm.
Nice. That's a good spell to have. Okay, so you eventually drift off to sleep. And you wake up the following morning as the sun's rising, and you're waiting for the fog to lift enough so you can see. And when the sun comes through, instead of the fog lifting straight out, it seems to all move back past towards you, all heading straight towards the tower. Okay, so once the fog clears, you hop down. You can continue on your journey. Another hour or two journeying down the mountain. You're stopped by a large gaggle of monkeys.
How steep is the trip down the mountain?
I only know like roofing grades, so like it's not steep. It's only like if the mountain's like that, it's something like that.
It's like
It's steep enough that I could surf on my Tensor's floating disc down the mountain.
I figured that's what you're looking for. Not quite. Not
Okay.
quite.
Fair.
The steeper you go, the harder it would be.
No.
It won't surf you like this. But
Whatever. Moving on. So yeah, you're stopped by this large gaggle of monkeys, and they're all kind of getting really close to you. You see one of them like sit down on the road in front of you, and he sticks his hand out.
I can give him a low five.
He looks at his hand, and he kind of gives you a furrow, and you see his eyes start to move to the side.
You are not a normal monkey.
They all begin to chatter around you. And a couple more, and they like stand up on their hind feet, and they walk up to you, and they start sticking their hands out, and like one starts going through your pockets. And they're like sniffing your bag.
What are you all looking for?
The angry one, its mouth, it's starting to split right along its cheek. And as its mouth drops open, you see 3 rows of sharp teeth.
Wait, 2.
It seems to be very angry at you.
I am not dealing with this right now.
Roll a perception check.
I'm at least okay at these. That will be a grand total of 12.
That's good enough. 12, you said? Good enough.
Yeah.
You're kind of glancing around because these monkeys are starting to surround you. There's like 12 of them now. There seems to be more coming from the woods. But as you glance around, you can see banana peels, fruit rinds, wrappers from some kind of packaging from people food. You see, you start to get kind of the idea that maybe they're asking you for food.
He would take out, there's 12 of them, you said?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. He pulls out 4 days worth of rations and just throws it.
And they all snap their head and start chasing the food.
Yeah.
Even the one whose face was starting to warp into something.
Let's not come back this way when we're done.
Would Stoney have ever seen a Quipper?
Probably at some point.
Its face kind of had the appearance of a Quipper by the time its face transformation was done.
And Stoney's just gonna run away saying, let's not come back this way.
Wait a minute. You said the fog's out, right?
Huh?
It's the fog's out, right?
Yeah, it's
How they
morning.
alive?
It's morning.
Oh.
Morning.
Well.
So after running down again,
Where was that?
you get that fork in the road. Which way do you go?
I follow Hanging Moss's directions and go left.
All right. Hanging Moss. But yeah, you go left. You're going down another couple hours, and you come to this big open field. And as you're running across the field, the flowers are probably taller than you. How tall are you?
3'3".
Okay, so they're almost as tall as you. They're very big. They're not like sunflowers, but they're
You
large.
just see like the top of his head.
Yeah, you can see his hair bobble back and forth. That's about it. You probably see stuff coming out of his bag more than you can see him. You hear from the woods, "Hold it there!"
Why does everyone want me to stop?
And as you stand on tippy toes and look over the flowers like this, you can see there's several large people with bows aiming at you. Who are you?
Hi, my name's Stoney. My friends are that way. Can I go get them?
Who are your friends?
They passed through here about a day ago.
Is one of them a lizard?
Yeah.
Oh, and another one's a cat?
Yeah. And then one's an elf.
One's an elf? Oh, the pointy ears, right? Those are elves, right? They look to everybody. Yeah, that's an elf. Yeah. Oh, you need an escort to the village. Otherwise, you'll be murdered on sight.
Oh. Could you guys escort me?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Come on. And until you get close, it takes until you get really close to realize that you're not a child. He just thought you were a child. Because you're little.
I walk up to him.
He was getting ready to hold your
my
hand.
hair to get it away. And he looks up at him and is like, "Hi, I'm 43.
He was holding his hand out to hold your hand. And he's like, "Oh, come on, this way." So you walk, and it's just on the other side of these woods here. There's a large village. A lot of log-built things. They look more like cabins than like huts or anything like that. So they're kind of modern, but if you recall, this tribe is relatively recluse. They're relatively kept to themselves. It says, "I'll have to ask the chief where you went." You had a chief, right? Yeah. I'll have to ask the chief where they went, because I heard they left this morning with Fern.
Oh, well, they should be headed towards the tower that the fog comes from every night.
Oh, the sacred place.
Yeah.
Right. Or the cursed place. Yeah, it's dangerous there. You know that, right?
Yeah. I do dangerous things.
Okay. Well, I'll walk you through the village. And as you walk through, there's a dead goat on the ground. But other than that, there's horses, there's stables, there's pigs, there's all sorts of things.
Stoney pats the goat on his way past.
There's a big hole in the ground at one point with a bunch of animals skewered through a stick, and they're slowly turning it over for a large pit barbecue. Smells really good when you walk past it, and you realize you just threw away half your rations.
Yep.
And he sees you eyeing it. He's like, "Here," and he reaches over and rips off a chicken leg. "You can have some."
Oh my goodness! Thank you very much. And Stoney eats it
Overly happy.
kind of
no.
quickly.
"Man, you got quite the appetite. You've been running all night?"
Basically.
"You poor thing." And he squints and he holds his hand like that. He says, "You see those little colors moving on the other side of the lake? I think
Yeah.
that's them.
Oh, awesome. I knew I should have had water walking, especially with, living on an island and everything. That's fine.
Is that magic or something?
No.
Oh man, magic's cool.
Yeah, sadly, it's not really appreciated here.
I see.
There's quite a bit left.
This is all right. So you just go around the right side here. Watch out for razor vine, and if a plant looks like it has teeth, it probably does.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. And Stony will start sprinting off.
Okay. So as you just start sprinting off,
And he's going to scream out to the other side of the lake, guys! Guys! In hopes that they'll hear him.
there's no response from the colorful shapes at the other end of the lake. It's a very, very large lake. It's like the only reason you can see them over like a 2-mile span is because it's flat surface.
Yeah.
So as you're running, the colors have disappeared into the woods, but you can see they're heading towards the tower. You're like, all right, I've almost caught up,
Yeah.
Eventually you get to where they were. You get through the trees. They're climbing up the tower, or not climbing up the tower, but you get to the tower and you can't see Majorcan anywhere. You can't see any of your group, but you look up and you can kind of see. What color are you?
White.
You see a white shape moving up the.
The
you
white
can-
tower. How is that possible?
You can kind of see like a lump moving up the tower, but you can also see a bright green wobbo.
Wabo! It's me! Hi!
Zara, you see Wobbo look around and croak and look down. It's like, and just and like start pointing.
Go down the tower. That's what he's telling you to do.
You don't have to. You can keep climbing.
And die.
It's up to you.
Make the right choice.
I'll keep climbing.
We're gonna
Okay.
die anyway, so.
While I was watching you climb and looking down at Stony and watching you climb and looking down at Stony, then he starts climbing down.
Yep, you did.
So after a few minutes, you see Lazari still climbing up, but Wobbo has climbed down, and he's like, he greets you with like a little bow.
Wabo! And Stony will hold up his gauntleted hand for a high five.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
He'll hold up his gauntleted hand for a high five.
He'll high five you. I think like kind of sticks because he's had that. He's been secreting fluid to help him climb up the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And he points at the door, and then he points up, and he's just croaking the whole time.
I have the jar, so.
Wabo, I have an idea.
Wobble. Apparently, he's a Pokemon now.
Wow, use tackle.
He reaches into his pocket to grab his disc and throws it on the ground, and it expands and floats again. He pulls out the very long amount of rope that he has on the side of his pack. He ties it around the disc and ties the other end around Wapo, and then it gets on the disc.
So effectively, what you're trying to do here is take Tensor's floating disc
Yes,
up
yeah,
on the outside.
on the outside.
Why is that a great idea?
You're going to die.
Yeah, but at least we die inside a tower.
The things
We can
I'd rather
the
die
things your
outside.
party will
It's a
do.
beautiful thing.
survive. You guys will die.
I mean, doesn't
I
he have-
won't.
Oh, well, you're dead, and so is Wobble, which means he's going to fall to his death anyway. So why
I mean, it
does
is a human-sized cloak
Wobble has a
on
cloak?
Stony.
Is it human sized? Was I tripping on it the whole way here?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wobble's gonna...
No, you were running fast enough that it was like billowing behind you.
Awesome.
You're good.
50 feet every 6 seconds. The entire way here.
I got to come up with a name for that cloak. I'm call it the Cloak of Warmth or something like that because it does expel heat.
Called a Carhartt.
It's called a Carhartt. So yeah,
All right,
cloak-
Wabo. You
So-
can climb down, and I'll be right behind you.
so Wobbo's climbing up, and you're following on Tensor's floating disc.
Yep.
Okay.
Effectively, he's pulling it with him.
Okay, so he's trying to kind of hurry too, because he's trying to catch back up to Lazario now, who's continued on the. Anyway.
You can do a wabo! Just shouting encouragement to him the whole time.
Okay, so inside the tower, you guys have just opened the door and took your first steps into the maze, correct?
Yes. We've gone through the maze, actually, because he led us, but League doesn't know how to lead because he rolled a bad die.
Ah, that's right. You guys got lost in the maze.
Yeah, then I said I put my arm on the left-hand side, I'm going to follow it.
Okay. So as you guys follow that wall, you are following his lead because you trust him, right? Adric and Majorcan?
Yeah, we decided it was him that would lead.
Adric?
Yes.
You trust him? Okay. So,
Unless I think I can roll insight and come up with something better, yeah, I'm following him.
So yeah, you're following him. And he's obviously we've in and out. You guys are getting exhausted from this walk. It's taking hours, and you guys are on the first floor of this place.
In my defense, I've never been in here before.
That's a good point. So you're taking the lead, Fern?
Yeah.
Fern, I need you to make a dexterity check or save.
Okay. With 2, that is 14.
So you step on a brick, you feel it slide down, you realize, oh crap, this is a trap, and you like dive forward as 3 large spikes shoot in from the wall sideways.
Okay.
And like they come out with such force that when they strike the stone of the other side, it chips the stone out.
Wow.
What a hostile.
And then when you jump off, they start sliding back in.
Be careful of the stone right there.
Time for the thief to be eaten.
Does it look like there's a way around it?
Yeah, you just don't step on that particular brick.
Yeah, but I want to take a look so that I don't step onto something else because of that.
Okay, now that you stepped on it, you can tell where that brick is, and you can lean in closely. You realize as long as you don't put any pressure on it, you should be all right. And you can see like that thin line around it, suggesting that this one will press in, but you don't know if another stone is going to be like that because it's like cobbled stone in here, right? And with that one sliding down, it pushed all that dirt down, so you can very much tell what that one is. But you don't know if moving forward, if you can tell because there might be the dirt clogging that hole. You just have to be very cautious.
We continue on with extreme cautiousness.
By the way, this is why Dungeoneer...
Okay, I'll go across next.
I think I have the Dungeoneers back. No, I have the burglars back.
Yeah, you guys know... So, are you guys going to keep the marching order?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it might be better if I go first.
I'm not going to argue with you. You want to
And I
die
look at
first?
you, I go, nimble as a cat, and I do a little bow.
Yeah. Yes.
So, Majorcan in the back?
Yeah, I'll just stick to the back.
Now I guess I'll guard the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, because we need to go back, and if you're dead when on the way back, we're kind of screwed.
Yeah, they probably will with you.
Well, they knew you were going to the cursed place. So.
Yeah, they're probably all of us be dead already. Why did they send me then?
You volunteered to go.
You volunteered to go, remember?
No, she said I was going.
Oh, that's right. Okay, the chief volunteered you. That's why. Remember? You swore.
Did I do something wrong?
You swore fealty to her.
Did I do something wrong?
Flashback.
I feel like
when
you
killed her
did, but I
goat.
can't remember.
That was
Flashback to
boss.
flashback to when you stole her goat.
I didn't steal her goat. That was my son's goat.
Not anymore.
Oh yeah.
No, it's just
back
nothing.
under depression.
I roll for depression.
Roll for a will save.
Hey, 18.
You know when you're sad. Sorry, guys. Shenanigans. So, okay. Fern's no longer leading the way. So, what is your method of getting through this maze? Because you wouldn't know this. It's very meta, but you guys were about halfway through the maze when you found this one trap.
Well, you're going to see Adric just take a moment before he starts moving, close his eyes, take some deep breaths,
And
he's doing basically what he's trying to do is learning to be a monk and going through some of that training. He knows how to become what they call being here, which is that he tries to focus all his energy on the moment. To kind of erase his awareness of what's going on. So he's really aware of his body and what's going on around him. And then he's going to start moving forward once he's done that.
Okay. So yeah, so what's your actual method for getting through here? Are you just walk through the hallways till you find something, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to follow the same pattern he was too, though. Like if his hand in the wall, but I assume he's either going every left or every right. So I'm going to stick to that pattern.
Yeah, you went on your left, right? Yeah. So yeah, again, a lot of dipping and weaving and in and out and cross. And there's like even this one weird part, like you bridge over part of it, and when you bridge over, you can kind of see the maze a little bit, but not to a point where you could actually map it out.
Were there any windows in here for light?
No.
I'm also blind here then.
Yeah, you guys are pretty much if you don't have dark vision, you are wandering blind through here, which I know Adric does.
I definitely do.
I'm
You do.
human.
So it's good for you to be in between anyway, because when you're leading the way, at least they can see you.
On that note, I'm going to take my rope out and say we did this a long time ago because I would have done this if I'd have known it before, and kind of tie us all together within
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, kind of retcon that real
leave
quick.
leave about 15 feet between each of us. That way, if one of us falls, it gives us some
Leverage.
Yeah, some way to stand and hold. I mean, if Fern falls,
Your guy's going down anyway, but I'm basically.
I mean, if I fall, you guys can just keep walking. And pull me
right?
up
You
that
won't even
way.
notice.
Be like,
They won't even notice if Jorgen's fallen.
I'm good, guys. Just keep walking.
I just imagine he has like a little skateboard he's sitting on.
Right. See, this is why you need tensors floating this. You can just sit on there while they pull you.
Where's Stoney when you need him?
I mean, that's what I'm doing.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, eventually you guys find your way through until you get to a big, heavy iron door. And you guys with dark vision, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. You guys with dark vision could see and printed in here on the door it says, "All those who enter these doors shall receive a perilous fate."
I mean, I have a torch, but no.
Yeah, you never said you lit it.
I lit my torch.
So who's going to be the one to open the scary door?
I'll do it.
Oh, that was fast. I'm going to volunteer him anyway.
Gonna let the poor human, the fragile human, open the door? Okay.
Let the lead.
So what do you guys do? Are you braced against the door? Are you standing back? Are you hiding?
Okay, no, wait. We come to a door, and it's closed.
Yep, big heavy iron door. It says scary words on
I'm
it.
gonna go ahead and take a look at it, and then I'm gonna once I take a look at it, if I don't see anything, then I'm gonna start feeling around and see if there's a lock or anything. Or
Doesn't seem to be any lock. And from this side of the door, you can't tell if there's any kind of trap or anything.
I open it.
He's gonna fling it open.
Ain't got much other choice. We can't stand it all the way.
It's a double door. Left or right door? Which one are you opening? Or are you opening both?
Open both and jump out the way.
Okay. So you push and it doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, I just was pushing.
So you pull.
Yeah, I pull and jump. I like the full strength pull these doors and move out the way.
Okay. So
Dexterity roll.
everybody make a dexterity roll. Once again.
Hey,
Got a whole 9.
15.
Okay. Those of you that got 14 and up are going to take half damage.
I'm going to die.
Oh, that's not bad. So 4 damage for you and 2 damage for you two. That passed. I rolled snake eyes. Those dice need to go to dice jail. So you walk up the staircase, or you walk through you get back up. Majorcan's smoking a little more than you guys are. Probably got like black powder on his face and stuff.
Cold 45.
Anyway, you guys get up and you walk into these stairs, and the stairs are taking you like along the outside wall. You go up, but you assume it feels like it's taking forever. And but really, you've gone up 4 or 5 stories at this point. Get to another floor, and there's windows. So you can actually see in here, Fern. There's several gargoyles around the room.
I draw my weapon.
We're going to shift back outside real quick.
I mean, big guy's trying to run that one. Let's go.
Stony,
Bring it on.
you finally catch up. You and Wobble finally catch up to Lazari.
Lazari! Hi! I caught up!
Stony's talking to you.
Oh, hi.
She
She's not
sounds so
over here.
She sounds so excited. Wobble's like croaking something at you, not realizing that nobody has the paint on.
Just showing
Rabbit.
myself at the job.
Ribbit.
At some point, I'm going to need to learn that language. Or, just pick up the tongues.
I mean, it's a language I guess you could learn over time. Or you could, teach Wabo common.
Might be easier.
Hey, either or.
Right? So yeah, by the time you catch up to Lazar, you guys can see probably about 20 feet up, there's these large triangular windows.
Is that where we at?
Shh.
No, I was asking.
Stop spoiling the game.
I guess I see a question spoiler.
Listen. Shush. Don't shake that. I will. You guys are about to witness a crime.
Oh, wait, you're here.
Okay. So, as you guys walk up a little farther, you peek up and into the window, and just as you get there, you can see the rest of the party is not there. But there are windows.
Should we go in?
It's up to you two. Wobble's nodding his head.
And how far away is the top of the tower?
Extremely
Way the hell up there.
Okay, I guess.
All right, Wabo, get in and then pull me in.
Okay, so he bangs on the window and nothing's happening. These are thick windows, 2-3 inches thick of glass.
Damn.
Wabo, if you could pull me up, I might be able to melt through them.
He reaches over and pulls up with the rope.
All right. And Stony is there on the floating disc, and he shifts the nozzle under his wrist to be the acid one, and he starts to spray it at the windows as he casts acid splash. Spray.
Okay.
Yeah, it's splash, not spray.
Okay, and you kind of wait for it to fester off before you climb through because you don't want to get covered in acid. Because that was
That's a good idea.
I think it's strong enough.
Yeah, Stony has some potent acid.
Yeah.
You use it for a lot of things. Stony Tark.
Stony Park. Okay.
So you guys wait for it to fester off. You guys climb in.
I grab the disc and it comes back into my hand and I put it away.
Okay. Yeah, you guys climb into this room and it's full of gargoyles. Now there's a door off to your left and a door off to your right. Right now that door is closed and there's this piece of paper across the top.
Does the paper have writing on it?
The paper does have writing on it.
What does it say?
Something in an unknown language.
You never know. I take weird languages.
Wait, hold on. You would know
Is
an
it
arcane
undercommon?
language. It is not undercommon. Roll an Arcana check. That'd be the easiest way to do this.
Is it under undercommon?
Under undercommon? Is it
Ooh,
urban
that's-
undercommon?
There's a common under.
Or is it under? Let me think about this for a second. Uncommon,
total-
undercommon.
Grand total of 23.
You know, this is some sort of fire trap. There's no
Yeah,
definitive
don't
name.
go that way.
Yeah.
We will get set on fire. It will be painful. It's worse than sunburn.
So don't go that way. Okay, Lazari?
Yeah. Damage at you.
You'll just continue to burn and send damage.
You turn into a hairless sphinx.
That'd be pretty ugly.
Hairless cat.
Hey, those cats are adorable, okay? All cats are adorable.
No, they're not.
No.
Yes.
Only my anime cat.
All cats are
Stony will walk over to the other door and will sort of look inside.
Okay. So as you pull open the door, roll a perception check.
Solid 9.
Solid 9. You don't notice a damn thing. Lazari, you should probably roll a perception check too.
Damn.
Perception under wisdom, I do believe.
Good +4.
Oh,
So 22?
yeah.
Okay. She got
She
22.
notices it.
She's standing back. She notices.
She notices.
So you notice as
Teamwork.
the farther he pulls the door out, you can see the gargoyle's heads turning towards him.
That's distressing.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he's told otherwise, Stony's just going to completely open the door.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell him to stop.
So she yells, "Stop!"
Why? What's going on?
Look at the gargoyles.
So yeah, you look up and they're all facing towards you now, rather than the center of the room.
He's going to slowly close the door.
They turn back around.
Their heads all turn back towards the center of the room.
He's going to pull the door slowly open again.
I'm assuming you're gonna do this a few times,
Yes.
and they just keep doing it. And finally, on the last time, some of them start walking towards you until you close the door again.
Oh dear.
And they don't move; they stay right there.
They're with you tired, though.
Apparently, they're sick of your shenanigans.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
He's
He's
amazing.
magic, but he does not understand what's going on.
Get out. Wait, is it daytime or nighttime?
It's probably around noon or so right now.
Okay, yeah, there should be stone in it, shouldn't there?
Well, they're definitely moving. This is not Gargoyles the
Do I
show.
have a hammer?
Lazari, when I say go, get through the door as fast as possible.
Okay.
Wabo points at him.
You too.
He like crouches down and gets ready to hop.
Stony is going to punch some of the keypads on his gauntlet. He's going to aim it at the floor, and both of the nozzles are going to go off at once and create a fog cloud.
Okay, it's a good thing
In the
everyone's
room.
aimed at the floor.
Well, it's a 20-foot radius, and it's going to be centered on me.
How big did I say the tower was around?
Quite big.
Quite big.
I think that was like a mile itself.
Yeah.
How big is the room we're in?
The wall, it was like, I think, a half a mile.
Yeah. It's unnecessarily big,
It's stupid big.
especially for this time.
How big is the room we're in now?
About that size, unless the tower became a pair.
It's gotta have columns, isn't it?
Well, see the way the tower goes, there's 5 different columns inside the tower. They go straight up, and then there's the big outside wall.
Yeah,
Where
I
you're at
know
right
the
now?
wall.
Where you're at right now, it doesn't seem that large. It's probably 40-foot radius, so 80 foot all the way across. So you got enough to cover yourself around the door for sure. The door is about 10 foot tall. But the windows do go all the way around in this room, and you can see outside out of all these windows. You don't
Well,
like
that's
have-
odd. Stony will yank the door open as quickly as possible and yell, "Go!" and run through it.
So Lalo like hops and flies right over your head.
Oh.
Right. So all you hear is like the Doppler effect ribbit sound. Rib. I'm assuming Lazari charges through the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as everyone's through, he's gonna pull the door shut again.
Okay, so you're just gonna dart through and pull it shut?
Yep.
Okay. When you dart through and pull the door shut, as you pull it shut, you hear bang, 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 as you hear stone on iron.
Oh,
And this is why we use clouds.
But as soon as you close it, you the banging stops. You can feel the sweat trickle down the side of your cheek.
And it's not just from the warmth of the cloak.
You look over and Wabo's like sitting on the steps, holding his chest, just breathing. But he's like frog breathing, so it's getting really big.
We did it, guys.
Wabo looks at you and his eyes narrow. He's looking around and he's shaking his arms. He's croaking as he gets up, picks up his spear, and starts stomping up the steps. He's going straight up.
I understand you're frustrated, but none of us died. Following Wabo up the steps, just playing with my gauntlet, trying to figure out new combinations of stuff to do.
Gotcha. So what do you think of this so far, Lazari?
Traumatizing.
She must be back in her bed. It's too early for this.
If Lazari wild shaped into a frog, could she understand Wabo?
No, because a grung is a humanoid and a frog is a frog.
Yeah.
I want to say yes. The fun me wants to say yes, but the rules jerk that I'm slowly becoming says no.
Tower on fire.
I mean, I would have just set the tower on fire, but whatever. Throw acid across the bottom, eat out the stone, just let it topple, but whatever. You know, you guys want to do it the hard way.
Well, I can't just destroy the sacred place. I can't. They can. They have to kill it afterwards.
Yeah, I get my head cut off if I try to steal anything from an empty area.
You even try to take the air, have a problem.
Okay,
Stop breathing.
So yeah, you guys walk up these straight steps for what feels like hours. And the end of the stairs doesn't seem any closer. We'll switch back to the other group now. So guys, you're in this room. Everything's intact in this room. Okay. Again, the big triangular windows.
Are they glassed?
Yes. It's that thick glass.
Yeah.
There's gargoyles. Like there's a window, a wall, window, gargoyle, window, wall, window, gargoyle. And it goes that way. There's 12 windows altogether.
Oh dear.
So window. I'm drawing this for these guys. I'm sorry. This is not good for podcasting type thing.
No, I get it.
Yeah, you get it. And like there's like empty wall, and then there's a gargoyle, empty
I get
wall, gargoyle.
Big circle room, gargoyle window,
And in one of them, there'd be the door, and over here is another door. You know what I mean?
So there's only like 6 gargoyles. Plus.
Yeah, there's like 6 windows on both sides.
So 6 gargoyles in general.
I don't know what a gargoyle is, would I?
No, you wouldn't have a freaking clue.
What are these things?
Would you have? You wouldn't know what a gargoyle is either, would you?
I know what a statue is.
I feel like Adric is the only one that knows what a gargoyle might be instead of just a statue. Wait, I'll leave that up to you. Would Adric know what a gargoyle is, or would he just think they're statues?
Do me a favor, roll a d20. If I roll above 10, as I know.
Oh, that would be
What's that?
Just roll a d20, and if I roll above 10, I get 11 or above, I'll know.
that'd be wisdom, I think.
I roll a natural 20.
Damn.
You see Adric go, hold on, wait, stop. These are gargoyles, man.
That was a gargoyle.
A stone creature, not good.
Not good.
So they can kill us.
Yeah.
Any ideas?
I'm gonna draw my weapon.
Right now, my idea is these are gargoyles. Give me a minute to think.
Okay, so
and you said there's like 12 windows, and then there's how many gargoyles?
12 gargoyles.
12
No,
6 gargoyles.
6
Oh,
gargoyles.
6 gargoyles. Okay.
And do we see any exits out of the room?
The other door.
Directly across from you.
He knows everything about gargoyles. He knows their weaknesses. He knows what they like for dinner.
Right? He knows the first person that made the first gargoyle.
It was Lorhan. It was this great gnome wizard.
Actually, probably the great-great-grandfather of Stony.
Yeah, like down the line somewhere. He actually, yeah.
And Stony works in transmutation, so it all makes sense.
You need a familiar called Starvage.
Okay, so yeah. You guys are through the door, but you know the door behind you is wide open. What do you do in this
Have
room?
any of them reacted to us? Like, I'm going to look at them and see if I can see any kind of reaction that we're here.
No reaction.
Take a rock I keep in my hand pocket, pull it out, and throw it out in the middle of the floor and see if there's any reaction.
I'm the Pebble Master.
So as the rock bounces and slides, it lands just off center, and nothing happens.
So now you're making me paranoid with the off center and make me want to throw another one just to get in the center, just to make sure.
Roll a dexterity check, see if you can land in center.
A 3.
So you throw it, and like you do that weird thing, like you go to throw, and it slips from behind your hand. You know what I'm talking about?
So I'm
when
like,
little kids try to throw the wrong way.
My idea is for us to move along the edge of the wall and not get out in the middle of the floor and see if we can get to the other door.
Do you want to walk right past the gargoyles?
Put the rock and throw on it.
I thought they were higher than just beside us.
No, they're like crouched on the ground.
You're moving close proximity of
There's like a block that's about a foot tall off of the ground, and they're like perched on that. Is what I mean.
I mean, I could just throw the rock.
So how much distance between us and the other door? What's the actual footage?
40 foot, 8 foot. Yep. All right, 8 foot,
I'm sorry, how far?
80 foot.
I start walking the way.
I look at the other
Zero.
two and say, well, do you want me to go for it and see what happens?
I just run very cautiously.
All right, Fern just takes off, I guess.
Okay, well, I go behind it, but I'm doing more of an acrobatic maneuver. I'm going to, I'll roll my acrobatics, but I'm going to go kind of like.
You're doing the cartwheels and random stuff.
Super time.
Yep.
You're parkouring across the flat ground.
I'm going to stay perfectly still.
You stand perfectly right there.
Yep.
Okay. You guys get across the room with no issue.
Okay, it's safe.
We think.
I'm going to shoot my sword and just walk across slowly.
Nice, Connor.
I feel a door to see if I can feel this heat or anything on the side. Is there fire?
So yeah, when you get to the door, Majorcan gets to the door. Who's the one opening the door?
I did it last time. Someone else's turn.
Honestly, the best bet, I was thinking about it after he opened the door. We both open the door and stand guard behind it. And then when the right person.
Well, I was going to say is I'm going to open it, but look for the trap that caught us last time.
Look for the trap that caught you last time?
Yeah.
I guess I'll look around while they're doing that, messing with the door.
You're a monk, you're a player, you're a rogue. There's no way to really
Does the rogue
check
have
this trap.
thieves' tools?
The rogue should have thieves' tools.
I do have a lot of thieves tools.
Yeah, you can disable traps, no problem.
Okay. So these are flat doors, right? They just have a bar. The iron. They're decorative. They're flat in the sense that there's like no
Doesn't make it know that match you watching the gargoyles.
there's no like lock on any of these doors.
Yes. So there's no locks.
So I'm gonna let you check for traps. But I want you to tell me how exactly you're gonna check for traps on a flat door.
I honestly don't know. So there's.
I mean, Adric can help you.
It's
Adric can
completely
give you
flat.
suggestions.
So what you're saying is like there's nothing on the door. It's just
It's
like a
it's,
steel
dec-
door.
it's decorative, but it's like this heavy iron.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no holes in it or anything like that.
I'm not saying it'd help if it's a different trap, but knowing how the other one went off should give us some idea what to pay attention to.
Yeah, if you guys look back at the other door, you can see the black scorch mark is if you close the doors, they'd be on the inside of the doors. So it seems like for somehow they set a trap that when you open the door, it would blow out towards you.
It seems like just locking their doors would help a lot, and it's a lot less complicated than setting up magical traps that shoot fire at people.
Listen, don't tell wizards how to do their thing, wizard.
His mom.
That was Connor.
I mean, I guess if it.
Well, here, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. It'd be a dexterity check with advantage or is it a dexterity check plus
If
proficiency?
he's assisted, it's advantage.
Assisted advantage?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll with advantage.
On top of my 5 that I get.
One more. It's a little better.
Plus 5. On both of those.
So a total of 19. So you're searching up and down the door. You're thinking of all because you're a kobold. Traps are kobolds' things. This is what kobolds do. So you're searching all the decorative stuff. You're like pushing in on the mouths. You're checking the eyes. You're checking for anything that might have a little slot. Something that you push. Something that might trigger an explosion, as you've seen before, or a giant axe, or spikes, or poison darts, or making these statues come to life, apparently, that Adric says can happen, but you've never seen it, so you don't quite believe it. And you can't find anything. You don't see anything.
That was my attempt, guys.
I'm watching the gargoyles. I don't trust them.
So who's opening the door?
I think we should just do the double door thing. And since it's double door, one person takes one door, the other person takes the other door, hides behind the door, while the third person hides behind one of the other doors.
Okay. So who
Easiest
takes left?
way
Who takes
not
right
to
door?
get hurt.
I guess I'll take the right door.
I'll take the left. Both on
Are you behind a door, Adric?
Yep.
Okay. So as you guys, are you slowly pulling open the door, or are you guys going to rip them open?
Or we're going to slowly open them.
Slowly.
I feel like you're using a little bit of meta knowledge here, guys.
No, because we just set up an explosion last time in our face.
So, as you guys slowly pull these doors open, I need all three of you to go ahead and make perception checks.
Oh, I get a -1 perception. It's all good.
Oh, no.
Well, how
It's
does
a dead-
zero sound?
It's a dead die.
How does a 0 sound?
I mean, a 0 sounds lovely to me, but it's still a dead die.
I got an 8.
14.
You got a 13. I got an 8.
Adric?
Please.
17.
Oh, we're good.
Oh, wow.
So, Adric and Fern, you notice, but you guys are on the one side. Majorcan's on the other. You guys notice that as you pull the doors open, like as you're pulling the doors on your side, you're pulling a little faster, so you notice the statues begin turning and moving towards you guys as you open the doors.
I think you should do this a little bit quicker. As in, I grab these two and I just get us in this fucking room.
So what are you doing?
I'm grabbing those two and we're closing the doors behind us.
He picked us up. Ran into the other
Okay,
room,
so you're like
door.
ripping your door open all the way, throwing them through, and then pulling the door shut.
No, I'm going in two. It was like this. Open mine, push them in, grab it, and shut it.
Okay. So make a dexterity check to make sure you can just grab both of them, throw them in there real quick. That's dead die. That's why we have trays.
16.
Okay, dexterity check's good. Now make a strength check as the sounds hit the door and try to pull them back open because you don't have them quite shut all the way.
+3, 18.
Okay, so eventually you pull it shut, and once you get that shut, it stops making noise.
Okay.
These are like reverse weeping angels.
Kind of, yeah.
That's what I felt like. Oh, is dog?
That's kind of where I got the idea, as I wanted to do the weeping angel thing, but that seems like it'd be really a lot more complicated in D&D than you.
Can I summon Matt Smith?
Huh?
Can I summon Matt Smith?
Matt Smith, nice. No, it's David Tennant. It was 10. I mean, they all face the weeping angels, but Tennant did the best. 9 is the best doctor. High five.
You mean 11?
That's right. Yes. She knows her stuff. Now,
And everyone forgets that Chris Eccleston was the doctor and a dark elf.
that's true. It's both of those things. Okay, Chris Eccleston's awesome.
I feel like a doctor just a D&D sort of got way out of hand.
Kinda. It's kind of like me running a game. So, okay, you guys turn around, and this is a straight up staircase. And now you think about it, you guys, okay, the three of you all remember how big the tower was, how quiet it was, how long it took you to get through that last maze. And you look up the stairs, and it's going straight out, and you think about that room back there, and it didn't seem that big. It's, like I said, it's about 80 foot, and you can see outside every window.
My brain is not wrapping around with this what this tower is doing.
Is the size of the tower just an illusion?
It is a cursed tower. I mean, it makes sense if it was just an illusion.
Or the room you're in is an illusion.
Or we're in the Matrix and this is all just an illusion. I roll for insight.
Or it's the TARDIS.
Or it's the TARDIS, he said.
Bad day for government.
I guess my summons worked.
Of course, this is the day I'm not wearing my Doctor Who shirt.
Can I roll for insight?
Well, if you think about it, the bigger inside thing is actually a fantasy thing. They just made it a sci-fi thing with Doctor Who.
Right. Okay, so you guys let your minds warp around that for a while, and you turn around and just begin heading up the stairs. And these are carpeted stairs. They're nice. They're padded. They're red carpet.
Ganondorf's playing the piano in the distance.
Ganondorf is not playing piano in the distance. Maybe. So you guys walk up, and you wouldn't know this with Stony and Lazari and Wabo, but it feels like you've been walking up for hours, and it seems like you're not getting anywhere. And you guys only stop to think about that after you're all out of breath. And you remember these stairs were going straight out. And you try to think about where you were at in the tower, and you can't remember quite where you're at in the tower and how come it can go so far out one way.
I want to roll insight.
Go ahead, roll insight.
6.
You ain't got a fucking clue. You're like, all right, I guess this is how stairs work.
We don't have stairs on our
We're going to go on a quick break there, guys. Come back around. I was going to play for another 2 minutes, but I really got to go to the bathroom. So 3:25 Eastern. So like 5-7 minutes from now. That'll give me time to eat real quick because I ordered pizza.
Ooh.
So be back in just a little bit, guys, and we'll figure out what the hell is going on with this tower. Gotta love wizard towers. I do.
They're super weird, but I enjoy them.
My mind can't comprehend them. It's just how
Okay.
stairs work, I guess.
I don't know if these guys want to talk to you or not, so I'm just gonna hit the camera for now. But everybody's still here. You guys do whatever you want.
I'm using prior knowledge. This
My
feels,
knowledge. Just
this
roll.
feels super similar to a certain tower in a certain game series where Disney and Final Fantasy characters can duke it out.
I'm in the Tower of God.
I mean, these stairs remind me of Mario 64.
Yeah, that too. I was like, I got this. We start heading backwards up the steps and jumping.
I'm sure we'll get it sooner or later.
Oh, I'm doing that now. I'm gonna Mario 64 this.
Oh, thanks.
It's actually been bothering me the whole time.
You worried about it?
No, just open boxes. I live in a trailer park, so and there's been a recent roach problem in the trailer park. I've been trying so hard to keep my house clean because I don't want them. My neighbors got it.
I hate roaches too. It's impossible to go into this apartment. They spray it like every
They don't do
day.
anything in the park. I had to fix my own damn yard. I had to fix it again. So all the kids everyone in front of the park runs through my yard to go to the dumpsters. I hate it. I'm so scared. I don't want those things. They're disgusting.
Did she go down?
What are you doing? Can I get it all in the box?
No, just two.
Okay. Oh man, it hurt. I did a horrible thing. I looked out the window. I saw light.
Yeah, that's scary.
The other bad day, I looked outside and saw a light and it hurt my eyes. I'm trying to look at your thing.
Hello, my
I just see the
minions.
continuously smiling face right in the bottom. Like, hey, I see you. I see you there. Time! Go away. He opened it. I think he's in main dungeon.
Sorry, that took a little longer than I expected to. Took longer to eat pizza than I thought it would.
No worries.
I mean, it was only like 5 slices, but whatever. I'm kidding. I'm not that fat, everybody.
I'm 6 foot, 136. That's a light meal for me.
Right? Are you really 6 foot? Why is everybody so much taller than me?
I'm 5'3" and only 97 pounds.
6'5".
I'm losing weight.
I literally look like a rather tall dwarf, so
I'm a big bad.
look, you think I'm joking. I'm like barely 5'8". I weigh like 280 pounds.
Listen, I'm
And I'm
5'6" and
stocky.
100.
Like, I'm not one of the people that's big at one side and small at the other. I'm just big all over.
6'5",
I'm the
270.
only person in the action though. She has two digits.
Digits.
I can't speak. Forget.
Like, would you believe my calves are 19 inches?
That's pretty big.
We're
My life is
We're
I said,
size-
I'm literally, I'm a dwarf. I'm related to the dwarf somehow.
I play a dwarf in CK2.
If my legs actually matched my torso size, I would be closer to 6 foot. I have stubby legs too. I know the feeling.
I have thunder thighs.
Okay. Where were we? Oh, the stairs. Right. The fun part.
I wish to turn around and Mario 64 jump my way up.
You want to do backflips up the stairs?
I want a Mario 64 this, yeah.
Okay. So, Fern, when you turn around, now you guys been walking for hours. Turn around, and the door is like right there, like 5 feet from you.
Ferd's brain's gonna break at this point. We're all gonna turn around and see what he's staring at.
Adric and Major can turn around. You see the door, and you see smoke physically coming out of
And
Fern's
a
ears.
slight, it's gonna have an aneurysm as well. There's blood leading from the nose.
Hey, Monk, you want to try explaining this to us? Yeah, I know what his name is, but
Fern,
I'm quite furious at this point
Okay.
that we've moved a whole 1 foot.
You're like 5 steps up.
Wait, I want to try to see if I can just nudge the door. Just nudge it tiny bit.
When you push it, you can hear scraping sounds on the outside.
I close it back.
I'm going to do an insight roll. I don't want to meta it, but I want to just see if there's something here screwing with our brains, if you get an idea what I mean.
I think the tower just screwed with the point.
Before you do that, we're going to switch over to Stoney's group. So, Stoney, after a while, you look back and you see the door is only about 5 steps away. And you think to yourself, you have little legs, but not quite that little.
I got this.
Stoney's gonna walk back down to the door and get on his hands and knees and try and peer under it.
You can see stone feet around the door.
Oh, horrifying.
Definitely don't want to go back in. So Stony is going to get back up,
I'm gonna walk backwards. You guys
and he's going to stroke his chin. And are there any special markings on the door?
Not on the door.
But
again, you
Are
have
there any
that-
special markings on the stairs?
I would say yes, but you have carpeting on there. You can't tell. I kind of just ruined that for myself. Damn it. Oh, what a new move.
Stony is going to pull out the small dagger he has, and he's going to try to pull up the carpet.
Okay, you rip it up, and it's this nice, lush carpet, and there's some thick padding under it, and underneath it is wooden stairs, of all things, because it's been stone all the way up to this point, right? And some of it's kind of soft, and you realize, oh man, probably could have fell through the stairs if you weren't careful. But yeah, you see markings etched into it. Some arcane form. And we'll just go ahead and go off your last Arcana check. You can tell this is some sort of magical trap that's keeping you from proceeding.
I would like to stab the rune that I see.
Okay, you thoroughly stab the rune.
Is it a ruined rune?
I mean, there's an extra mark in it now.
I would actually cut it off. Runes have to be very precise.
You look up, and you see about 40 feet up, there's another door.
Yes. Hey, I did it! Look!
I'm not with that.
Oh, that's
group.
Lazaria Wabo. And Wabo goes,
Wow.
of course, he gets a really big breath as a frog, and he blows it out. He can feel the wind on you. It kind of feels nice under this warm cloak you have.
Alright, guys, let's do this.
Wabo turns around, and his shoulders are physically like he's a frog. So he's an anthropomorphic frog. So like his shoulders look slumped anyway, but now they look extra slumped as he's not carrying his spear but dragging it up the stairs now.
Killing my friend, man.
Come on, Wabo, we can do it. And I pat him on the back with my gauntleted hand.
He's having like an I am Groot moment, and he's like, "Wow, croak." He like starts croaking and making funny faces as he can. Imagine on a frog. I don't know how it works.
Imagine a frog trying to smile. Oh,
It'd be
dude.
horrifying.
No teeth.
He walks up, and without even thinking, he grabs the door and just pulls it open.
Oh, oh no!
Nothing happens. It opens into this big stone-floored room, but the stones are laid in such a way that it's this big decorative pattern. There's white and gray stone, and it looks like a big arcane. You get up to the top just in time, you see that it looks like a big arcane symbol across the whole floor. And we'll switch back to the other group real quick. With Adric, you were going to roll an insight check.
Yes.
Go ahead. It's got to be kind of high since it's a magical thing. In a little bit, baby. In a little bit.
A 12.
Not good enough. You ain't got a clue, man. You kind of feel like you've seen, and I wouldn't say you ain't got a clue. You kind of feel like you've seen something like this before, and you're trying to think back in your monk training. You're like, I know I've seen this somewhere.
Isn't it weird that this room has carpet?
Is there runes underneath it?
Meta.
I have an idea.
What's your idea? Because I overheard the idea, and I kind of like it.
I'm gonna keep looking at the door. I'm gonna put one of you two on my shoulders, or both of you. You're gonna be looking the other way. And I'm gonna walk backwards. We're gonna trick the magic.
Shockingly, that might work. I mean, on the standard, it looked like you were going up, and for us, it wouldn't look like we're going anywhere. But it malfunction a little bit and be like, wait, all pranks.
Is that what you want to do, Adric?
Sure, let's try it.
Okay, so you guys are sitting on the shoulders, facing the opposite way. You guys are looking up, and he's looking down.
I start walking backwards.
So I didn't think that you guys would do something like this, but it's interesting to me. Okay, so yeah, because again, Adric and Majorcan, you wouldn't have any clue how far up this these stairs are going to go in the first place, right? So as you do this, as you sit on his shoulders and he starts walking backwards, you see that the door is getting farther away from you. Okay, you guys, the hallway goes from being straight to curving. You can't really tell how far you're going.
Okay, guys, just keep walking backwards straight then. Straight.
Yep, straight.
Okay. You walk straight into the wall. Like Majorcan's like on your shoulder, and he's like trying to push off it, but you're gigantic.
Okay, I guess I follow with the motion.
And as you're walking, you can see the door disappear around the corner.
Okay.
Let's just keep this up until we see a door.
Okay, yeah.
Make a will check.
Will?
Yep.
What's that off based off of?
Wisdom.
No, fuck. Is it? That's right. $14.
Okay. After another half hour to an hour of wandering like this, your curiosity finally gets to you. And you look back to see if you made any progress. And then you look back down, and you're right at the door.
I burn everything. I bring on my axe. I start chopping.
Majorcan's gonna lean up against the door and just wish that the gargoyles would have killed him.
Cool. So you're right back at the door now.
I take my axe and I start chopping.
And guys, you hear him yell. So you look back out of curiosity. You guys realize you're still at the door. You look back up, and the stairs are going straight up again.
I start crying.
I'm sorry, I know this is probably frustrating as players, but it's hilarious for me right now as DM.
I take my axe and I just start chopping at the stairs out of their reach.
You thoroughly have no way to get up the stairs now.
I'm just destroying this chopping.
Okay, so you're just like chopping.
Yeah.
So as it does this, you hear
and
a pop sound. That's not a pop, that's a click. But you hear a pop sound in your ear,
My ear?
and you guys look up, or you guys kind of look around, and there's a door up there about 40 feet up.
Oh, good. I broke the room. I just actually wanted to beat the stairs. I didn't think I'd actually break the room, but okay.
I'm still just gonna put my hand up against the bottom door and just stand there for a minute.
I'm sorry, this is too good.
Can I enter a barbarian rage and I'm a fighter?
No.
This is why you don't go into Wizard's Tower without a wizard.
It's fine. Violence solves all my problems.
This is not a good thing to teach anybody. Violence is solving everyone's problems at the moment.
Violence and vandalism.
Yes, violence and vandalism solves all my problems. Look at Pachi. It's a great example.
I'm leading a group of delinquents.
Before you know, we're going to start repeating everything.
Hey, he tried to kill us with gargoyles. This is fair.
At the end of this, I am burning this tower. Screw my tribe.
Yeah, he damaged the tower.
I'm burning this tower at the end.
You look up and it clicks in your head. Shit, nobody tell the chief.
Let me steal something.
Fine. Just keep your mouth shut. I'll kill you. Let me like this. You tell me when I kill you.
It's steal and I don't have to die.
Just only keep your mouth shut. You say one word, I will bit your head at your knees.
I mean, I can just say it. And
Okay, so you guys, as you walk up this other 40 feet of stairs, finally making real progress, you look back down, and for sure, The door is still way down there.
I flick off the door.
I took off the door.
No, I flick off the door.
So who's gonna be the one to open this door? And this is important.
I kick the fucking door open. I don't care if it's
You
kick it
kick
open
it?
that way.
You kick it and you roll backwards.
No, I ain't breaking this damn door.
How about we just do the same thing that we did last time?
Fine.
Okay, so you open it cautiously.
Yes.
So who's the ones physically touching the door?
I am.
And I guess me again.
Okay. You guys touch the door and it's hot.
Wait, why would that bother me?
You're cold. You're not a dragon.
I know, but I have scales.
It still would affect you.
Okay.
You have scales like on the back of your hands and stuff. Your skin underneath.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna take out some of my rope and tie it around the door handle.
Okay.
Everybody go with that? I'm gonna start pulling the door open like that.
And move out the way.
So as you guys pull the door open, it reveals the best way I can describe this. It's the only way I can describe this, really. It's this room. Nice, Connor. I just caught the end of that. As you open up the door, there's like the steps go up, and then through the door, the steps go down a little bit and open into a cave, and there is magma. And there's like little islands.
Were we? How?
Hey, we're gonna lose our guide if you continue to do too hard.
The guy's just gonna die of shock.
You can see the door to exit this room is up and in the left corner. Like it's on the wall, in the wall, way up, like on a balcony area.
Can I just fight the gargoyles and go home?
Hey, remember when gargoyles was the scariest part of this tower?
I'm gonna kind of crouch.
Now we have staircases, lava traps. Wabo's probably gonna die.
Fenris is having multiple aneurysms at once. I mean, Fern.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of crouch and scratch my nose and start to think about it.
Anything from Adric? As you open up into this magma chamber.
Wait, do we see each other? Parties?
No,
No.
they're in a totally different room.
Okay.
Does it look like there's any kind of path across here or anything, other exits or anything?
Now there's a couple, for lack of a better term, like islands in like this kind of pond, I guess, of magma in this chamber. So
How far apart are the islands?
Oh, some of them are 5 feet apart. Some of them are 10, 15. Some of them are 30 feet apart.
How big is this room?
It's kind of scattered.
So do I need to get out there and look around to see if there's another way out of here?
What was that? I'm sorry, my daughter's talking to me.
I said I can't really see any other exits because I need to move into the room more.
Well, you move into the room more, and you can kind of see. Now I'm kind of drawing a little bit of a makeshift map here real quick. Okay. Okay. Again, I'm not a very good artist. So this right here, this little H looking thing, that'd be the door you came in, okay? These little circles inside here is kind of the chain of little islands that go around the room and up to the door up here. But that door is about 20 foot off the floor.
Is the wall
I'm not worried
solid?
about that.
We can find out.
I wonder if I can take my axe, my great axe and my great sword, just stab into the wall and just go along the wall like Spider-Man.
I'm gonna let you know right now, if you fail a stealth check or strength check, that's gonna suck.
We're gonna lose our guide.
Once again, this is about
Your guy doesn't know where the hell he is.
80 feet across, so that around would be somewhere in the ballpark of about 50 feet of climbing. That'd be 5 checks. No, that'd be 2 checks. 25 feet, right?
I get 30 feet.
You have these two checks.
Yeah. Are these saves or modifiers? So the first saves will not.
It'd be a check.
But it doesn't take off the save.
No.
It take the modifier. Just take off.
It'd be just straight up like roll strength, roll your d20, and add your strength modifier.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted to try to do that.
What kind of thing we can throw at these islands? Make sure they're even steady areas we can walk on.
Yeah, you guys could throw the kobold if you want.
I'm throwing the kobold.
Not a big move.
Azure, you're
I
gonna let
pick
that
up the
happen.
kobold.
What a dick move.
I pick up the kobold and I
You're
start
shaking
jumping
your
to the islands.
Repentance.
You gonna throw him on like the first of the islands?
No, I'm not throwing him. I'm just jumping with him. Remember, I have the boots of striding and springing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even remember that.
Oh, sweet. I'm not going to die today.
Yeah.
So you jump over on the first island, and like I said, the furthest one apart is 30 feet, and that's if you are,
I
yeah,
love what he said. I'm just gonna
within what you think would be jumping range for you, apparently, would be 30 feet, and you can't quite make that, but you can slowly make your way across that ring.
Well, last trick. I guess I got to steal something for you. Thanks for the help.
So you like have the kobold hanging on to you like he's a backpack, shaking. But
I guess I do
you can make that quite easy.
acrobatics. No athletics for jumping that far.
Are you gonna jump or are you gonna climb across? Because jumping that many times is gonna be a lot more rolls.
I'll climb.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So roll 2 strength checks to see if you can make it across the lava. The wall. The floor is literally made of lava, guys.
This will be a game someday, guys.
30, 20,
Natural
17.
Oh, man. So let me narrate this to you just a little bit.
Huh?
This is fun for me.
What'd you say?
So as you're clinging to the walls, swimming your way, you can feel your weapons getting hotter and hotter, by the way, the whole way you go. At one point, the rocks begin to break out. Like you stick your axe in and it breaks out. And you can feel yourself starting to slide. You can feel the sword starting to slide out of the wall.
I fart. Extreme power.
A little flame picks off of the methane. And then you swing the axe back up and you bring yourself back over and you slowly bring. Are you going straight up to that door? Or are you gonna
Straight to the door.
Okay, so straight to the door. So roll me one more check. Just make sure you can get up there.
15.
Okay. So you climb up to the door. You kind of, this one actually pushes in and you push it in, and you climb it and you pull yourself up. And just as you do that, Adric like bounds over you with Majorcan on his back.
I have a new profound hatred for this tower and do not understand why people love it.
Say we destroy it too.
Yeah. I might have to burn this tower.
This
is
is
where-
hard considering there's magma in it
This
already.
is where the demolition class shows up in D&D.
Demolition, this is extermination.
And
Tower's
this is where you escort Stony back down to the bottom so he can just melt half the tower.
Yes, that's exactly what we're gonna do.
The tower is a lie.
It's all fake.
Okay, so that brings us back to Stony and Lazari.
And watch, this is all just going to be some random illusionist.
Burnt had a bad rough day.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I was this close to giving the wizard that owned this tower illusionist magic, but I didn't because I don't have my player's handbook. Otherwise, it would have been.
I sent you a thing where you could read it.
Anyway, what
Okay.
happened to Wabo when he opened the door?
Oh, Wabo died. He's just dead.
No,
He explodes.
Wabo,
I'm afraid.
I didn't know you.
Obviously, I'm kidding. But yeah, you open the door, and like I said, you run up there and you see in like this gray and white stone inlaid, there's a pattern on the floor, and you recognize it as yet another arcane symbol.
Would I happen to know what the symbol would be used in?
It's kind of like a generic symbol. It'd be like the arcane version of like
The word the.
yeah. It's a common word for magic users that specialize in electricity.
Oh.
I feel the kobold.
And then as you realize that, you look at Lazari, and she looks like this big fluff ball. It's all her fur standing up. And Lazari, you look at Stony, and his hair standing up on end.
This is gonna take a lot of grooming.
He's got like spikes as his beard.
He's going Super Saiyan.
All
So
right,
remember, you have a
everyone.
little pouch of water hanging on your side with a tiny baby frog in it.
That's how we're getting fried right now.
Oh, and Wobble's a frog.
Wobble is dead.
Entered the really bad storm line from the
And
first.
Stony has a metal glove on his hand.
And Stony has metal gauntlets.
How to get a little plug of the water.
This was not pre-planned. This was the room I added. Just like, so.
Everybody's gonna die.
And those who don't-
My frog on the ground.
You
will
would set your
die.
frog on the ground.
You will die.
Oh, please don't do that.
Okay, I get another one of them. And my frog will hurt.
Pebble.
Yes. I'll just hold her in my hand.
You should hold Pebble in your hand and just pray you don't trip.
Yeah.
So,
Stony like holds everyone back, and he's like, "Hold on, I got this."
Jarvis
Regardless.
Yarvis.
is familiar.
Do you have a familiar?
Please,
I
Or
don't
would
have
you-
a familiar.
You should definitely get a familiar.
your name is Jarvis.
Yeah, probably will at some point.
Probably for me.
And Stony will switch it so that acid is on the bottom of his gauntlet, and he's going to spray it across the rune to try and ruin it.
So the acid sprays out, and it eats at the rune and eats at the floor, and you see some like sparks pop off. And then as the acid dissipates, more sparks, like low blue electrical current, begins repairing the room.
Well, no, we're repairing.
Well,
Your power might be slightly higher than your guys' level, by the way. Just a little bit.
just a little bit.
Or you could just clean it.
How much does Wabo weigh?
How much does a gram weigh?
How much is a wobble?
Is it more than 10 pounds?
Hold on. We can use Mage Hand to lift Wobble across the floor.
That was the plan.
Right.
There he is. I thought they had a weight on him somewhere.
I can at least make Pebble go across without getting zapped.
You think until water drips off of the Mage Hand,
He'd be fine. Lucia doesn't travel like that.
like a small stream.
No, that's true.
Uh,
She would be fine.
Considering he's shorter than me, he can't
I
do that.
can't be thinking socialist warrior.
I'm actually reading right now that apparently grungs are lawful evil.
Yes.
Not my game.
In his game, they are adorable.
Probably about
we're friends with
25
him.
pounds, to be honest.
How many pounds?
25.
Okay. Yeah, it was a long shot.
Use 2 mage hands.
Be 3,
4.
just to be safe.
You 8. Just go Spider-Man on them.
I'm gonna.
You're not there.
Voice. I
The voice.
I know
in
it's
his head.
killing you, isn't it?
like it's just really.
Stony is just going to keep spraying it, and he's going to say, "Go very fast."
So once again, the idea is to damage it and run.
How else are you supposed to handle something over your level?
I love how this is the intelligent one's idea.
I mean, no one else thought to look under the carpet.
I got angry and attacked stairs.
Okay. I gotta breathe for a second.
You guys are sprinting across the room.
We're slowly breaking the DM.
That's how you win D&D. You break the DM down until he just can't do it anymore. It's just like game over. You win. You know. It's just-
Is my own friend.
Okay. So let's By the way, this is the voice I talk to people in McDonald's when I go through the drive-thru.
He's
This
not
is the voice I
lying.
make.
He does all the time.
Ask any of these guys. I do funny voices every time. My daughter hates it. So yeah, you spray acid on the floor.
I'm continuously doing this, by the way.
Continuously doing it. The rest of you are running through, right? Wabo takes one step on the floor. And nothing happens. He keeps running.
I was like,
You just see Connor's face. Yes. You had the look of pure concern. That's what I was going for.
Fully clicked wobble.
He
That was
was
a frog
very
legs.
upset.
But he's
He
running.
Came back, my friend's
And
gone.
at- He like steps over one of the spots you sprayed, and like sparks that were replacing it already zap him, and he takes a couple hit points of damage. And you realize you need to get out of here quickly because if this room heals itself, because now that you're in the room, you can look around and you can see all around you that this is set up as some kind of
Death trap.
electric explosion type deal, like nuclear
Giant
bomb
lightning
level.
room.
You wouldn't know what nuclear bombs are, but it's that level. You know this is if
Meteor
you're
swarm level.
1.21 gigawatts.
if you slow down and you stop in this room, everybody in this room is probably dead.
Go very fast! Tony would scream as he
Gotta go
starts
fast. Gotta go fast. Stony, gotta go faster, faster.
So eventually, you make your way over, and like the stairs are against the far wall, and they curve and go up about 15 feet. Okay, so you're like backing up, and you're like trying to spray, and you're trying to get the walls too, because those have runes on them, and the ceiling has runes on it. When you spray up there, like acid falls down and almost hits you. And
That's a lot of acid.
I'm guessing Lazari's probably throwing open the door and trying to jump through because she realizes she may not know exactly what's going on, but she knows this is fucking dangerous.
I saw a frog in my hair.
Right?
She has no problem. She does the backseat. She can get this no issues.
Yeah, she flies through. So she swings the door open, hops in, and again, it's like the carpeted stairs. And you think, oh no.
Oh no.
But Sony, you get in, you close the door, and as you close the door, you see like sparks
Hey,
jumping all over the room.
Important question. Is
Yes.
Wabo with us?
Yeah.
Did Wabo make it through the door?
Out of all who doesn't
Don't
know
do
damage.
this.
How fast is a grum?
I'll leave it up to the dice.
Oh no.
Hold on, how fast is a grum?
If it's 25 or better, he made it
25.
through because he was ahead of me.
He definitely made it.
I didn't know I was rolling to see if he rolled good. I was rolling bad for the attack.
Gus. Good. Good shoot.
Yeah, Wobble made it through. He's fine.
Okay.
Breathe, Connor, breathe.
Wabo must live.
All of us
Wobble.
can die. Just Wobbler's got to live.
Again, Wobble is very exaggeratedly croaking at you.
Wabo, listen. None of that was my fault.
He like gestures to the whole tower.
This wasn't my fault either. You guys came here without me.
He sits down on his step and just covers his head for a minute. He just sits there for a minute.
Can
He
we
won't
see
get- He stays right there.
Can we see a door 40 feet up? Or is this looking like the endless staircase from before?
This one curves up to the left.
So go right.
But as you, of course, after the fiasco of the last stairs, you walk up a little bit and look back, and then walk up a little bit and look back, and walk up a little bit and look back, and the door is getting farther and farther away.
Okay,
There's
awesome.
not seem to be another staircase.
Tony probably would have
Eventually-
torn up the carpet right away
Right.
to make sure no runes were there.
Probably ripped up carpet anyway, just to be sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys, you can walk up the stairs. It leads to a large platform. And like on the platform, you can see there's stairs that go straight up this way and stairs that curve down that way. Okay. But before we go any farther, we need to go back to the fire room.
We're out of the fire room.
I know.
All right.
I was just calling it that because that's where you were. So, you guys, as you get in, You're hunched over because you just climbed in. Adric has just leaped over you. You're hunched over and you look down and you see that red carpet again.
How strong is the stone wall?
Pretty strong.
Will I be able to break through it and go home?
You could try. Roll a strength check if you want to like punch it.
Or just
I'm
take your
tempted.
frustration out on the carpet.
Keep covering my face.
Yeah, you know what? These stairs angered me. But I can't destroy any more of this building with my people, so I must
won't say
walk.
anything.
See, you begrudgingly stand up and start walking backwards.
Yep.
Okay, so you're staring right at the door and it does just continue to get away. You're very cautious to not look back until you trip over a step.
Shit.
Then you're looking up at the ceiling and you just lay there for a minute.
I
You
have
don't
no
want to
idea.
look down.
I want to go home.
And eventually you turn around to climb up and you see your friends are leaving you behind.
Just close your eyes.
Close your eyes and pretend it isn't happening.
I just get up and I start walking.
But yeah, your guys' hallway, it curves up and to the right.
Okay.
So you guys walk up. You walk up to a platform, and just as you get over the platform, you see a familiar face.
I do?
Well, they do.
Okay.
They see the face of Wabo as he's watching Stony
Oh, yeah, I saw
Lazari walk
Wabo.
up the stairs.
That's not well, though.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
I have my paint. Hey, wow.
and then you guys walk up and you look, and you see Stoney's with Lazari.
Oh, thank God we're saved.
Oh, hi guys, I made it.
Yeah, thanks.
Stony, you see that Adric and Majorcan are with a very large, barbarian-looking human man. You got paint and
You said
tattoos
he
and
was
stuff.
human?
Yep. Kind
Am
of
I the
looks.
only human in the group?
We like monstrous races
And a gnome.
and gnome and elf.
Kobold and Khajiit. I mean, not Khajiit, Tabaxi.
So
Literal
Yeah.
Catwoman.
literal Catwoman.
Where's Batman? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I mean, I am playing a Curse of Strahd game too. It's pretty literal, Batman.
Strahd, Batman.
This is turning really weird.
So, Adric, what are your first thoughts on seeing Wabo and Lazari and Stony as you finally make it to the top of these stairs?
They an illusion too. They're in this tower so wide meant to hurt me.
Well, it seems like the universe has brought us back together.
And stairs.
A lot of them.
You see, it's like Twitch for me.
You can see a vein on the human's forehead pop up, and it's just pulsing. There's like a faint stain, like pink stain on his nose from like a nosebleed at some point.
A few lines, actually.
Majorcan just looks happy to see familiar faces instead of more stairs.
And on Stony, basically no injuries.
Yeah, basically, you know,
Basically, I'm fried.
It only took 2 points of damage.
could have ended really badly in that electricity room. But yeah, you guys realize these stairs come together and they go straight up into another large. It's again another 10-foot iron. This one's more of a stonework double door.
All right, guys. Before we open this and inevitably walk into another weird room, maybe we should check to see if there's a trap from opening the doors.
Oh, I'm a check.
I'll use the thieves' tool.
I'm a check.
Okay,
You weren't going to destroy
so-
anything. More.
You can use your thieves' tools. You can go ahead and make your Arcana check.
I'm not seeing anything.
God, you are so bad at thieves' tools. You know that?
I see nothing.
Oh my
Got
God.
eight.
You guys, okay, so your characters don't know you rolled. So you guys are fully confident that you see nothing on this door. There's nothing wrong with it.
I hit it with my axe.
And everybody else, these guys are your foremost authorities on getting through doors without blowing up.
All right. I don't see anything weird with this door.
Hold on. So we have still been taking doors cautiously, so I think we should all get behind the door and slowly open the doors.
I think my axe.
Or you guys back up and I just melt the doors.
You know what?
You know that's an option.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
walk
know
back
what?
down the
Definitely.
stairs.
I'm gonna take a seat back. I'm gonna bring out a chicken sun on side nibbling.
So
The
you're
guy
gonna
who's supposed to be
you're gonna
taking
acid
this place
spray on
has
this door?
lost it.
I'm going to acid splash the doors, yes.
Okay. So as you're acid splashing the doors, again, like the last room you're in, it eats it away and you see it eats like a good 5 inches or so in it, and then it begins to heal itself right away.
Can we see inside?
These doors are thick.
You cannot see inside.
So that's at least 5 inch of. That's at least 5.1 inch of door.
Right, at least.
Can we roll again? I'm not disgusted.
We're not gonna sit here and re-roll.
There are probably things on that door.
Rip the door off the hinges.
So
You're trying to rip the door off the hinges?
Yes.
You go to pull the door, there's no hinges.
Huh?
You go to pull the door off the hinges and it just swings open.
I pulled the. Oh. I'm ripping the door off altogether.
It doesn't
the
come
whole
off,
door
it
up.
just swings open.
Okay.
Like as you pull it, it comes out and they slide into the wall.
Oh,
And in this room,
thanks. You opened the doors for us.
there's a man sitting in the middle of the room, and you look around and you realize this might be the top of the tower. It's got the weird windows at the top all the way around. In the middle of the room, though, there's a guy sitting at a chair at a table, a human man. His hair's kind of falling out on one side, and it's really thin and wispy, and he looks more skeleton than man. And he's sitting there and he's wheezing. He's
Hey, what up?
Intruders, what are you doing here?
I've come to find out why the fog is attacking my village.
He looks at
Second
you,
dead.
and he he slowly turns his head, and you see his eyes are all milky. He says, I'm so hungry.
Oh my god, he ate my wife and child. With mist.
What are you hungry for?
So hungry. And then the room begins filling with fog.
Do you want souls of the innocent? Do you want bagels?
So as this room is beginning to
take
fill,
a step back. I don't do too well with the fog.
I want everything.
That's fair.
I have an idea, but it's out of character, so I can't do it. But I'm going to go up and try to knock him out.
You can run up and try to knock him out.
I was surrounded by fog.
So, okay. He's about 60 feet into the room. You run, and as you get right up next to him, hold on. I gotta look this up.
I'm glad I chose Command Out. I'm glad I chose a battle match.
Still a cloud kill, isn't it?
You melt into scraps and disappear. I'm kidding. Wouldn't that be fun though? That would be fun.
Can I have those gauntlets?
And to do it separate.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw, Adric, as you charge into this room.
A 12.
12. Okay, you failed.
Well, Adric's dead.
Hey, wait a minute. Oh, there it is. I didn't realize this was a cantrip. All right, still.
He's been eating
Wait.
people for miles around with a cantrip.
This is not a cantrip. 8. You take 8 damage as you're running through the fog. You all hear a super loud clap of thunder. And you just get hit by this wall of concussive sound. And you take 8 damage. Actually, I have to roll. No, I don't. No. It's because
You all take 8 damage?
Okay. No, just Edric. Go ahead and roll initiative, guys.
My rage is gonna.
Your rage, my rage.
Oh, jeez.
13.
Oh, yes.
I had a 13.
We got a 7.
All screwed, guys.
I got a 4.
7.
I got 2.
Okay, hold on.
16.
Got 16. Stony.
4. You had a 4.
4. Majorgan.
13.
Misty.
2.
7.
7. Oh, yes.
Don't forget to roll for Wobble, which would technically be.
Oh, great.
the one you just
Wobble.
rolled.
Wobble.
19.
Wobble will be the green frog. Oh, no.
Danger.
Okay,
Bad, man.
Whoa.
so
Like roller derby. Whoa. Waha. That's trick.
I'm sorry. I got to write a bunch of crap down now, guys.
Careful, it's kind of like.
I'm guessing from how you reacted that the big bad is going first.
The big bad is going first.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
correct.
Oh, yeah.
We know how to
Spelling all these
scream.
names super wrong.
Scream.
7. That's.
Is it wakaka waka like at back at the putaba?
Oh. So this is.
Wewe. Muganda.
You do the way.
Is he the captain now?
Putting the trash on my YouTube. Okay.
This is
You
my
know the way.
Ebola state. This is Super Ebola.
Super Ebola.
What's wrong with you people?
And demonetized.
Right. There goes all of my chance to be monetized right there.
I don't think they'll do that for Uganda Knuckles.
They did kick Yana Knuckles off.
YouTube?
Okay, so
You
yeah,
do the way.
Azra goes
Super
first.
Ebola.
Azra the wizard. You guys wouldn't know that. The human wizard.
Die.
And he kind of pushes himself out of the chairs. And he looks at you as like the force stopped you, Adric. And he says, "I will kill you, and then I'll eat you all."
But I don't taste good.
You're all so delicious.
You will just taste first.
Don't kill me.
I'm a little tough.
This is getting very, very weird.
I'm the sewers after all.
You are a kobold.
Kill me.
He takes in a deep breath.
After that, I don't know.
Not gonna lie, for a second I thought maybe she needs kobold.
I'm sorry, I don't know any of these spells. These are all out of the Xanathar's Guide. Get the book, great book. But I don't know any of these spells like I do with the Player's Handbook, which I left at home, like I said a little while ago.
Bad Zach.
I should have read up on them a little bit before the game.
Two friends. Lose your grip already, girl. No.
Takes a deep breath. So, did anyone charge in behind Adric, or was it just Adric started running and tried to knock the guy out?
I was talking to the guy, and then Adric decided to rush in and try to uppercut
So
him.
it's just Adric? Okay, so Adric, the components for this is a hot pepper. You should be able to do this one a little better. You're a monk. You're the only one within the 15-foot range for this.
That tastes disgusting.
But you're gonna have to make a dexterity save.
Imagine what you can do with your skeleton.
15.
You still don't make it.
I kill it.
And I'm not cheating. It's right there, right?
All who
See it?
die
Spell save.
will
Mhm.
die by me.
Okay. So you take 12 points of lightning damage as he exhales, and these static bolts jump out and hit you, kind of like the Emperor in
Unlimited power.
Okay. You see Adric trying to run across the room, and he gets staggered by the first attack. And then when that second strike of lightning hits him, you can just kind of see him his body arcing and taking all that electricity damage, and then he just kind of slumps over.
Does he drop?
Yep.
Well, at this point,
Well, Patrick, your turn was next, so I guess you have to make a death saving throw, huh?
Nat 20. Nat 20.
You died?
14.
That's a success.
yeah,
he's
he
dropped.
went down.
Jesus.
I mean, 12 and 8.
Okay, so
21
you're on the
damage.
ground with one success. Majorcan, you're next.
Well, I'm gonna be extremely angry, and I'm gonna rip out my bow. because
Just
I'm
be
like,
glad I didn't use the spell I wanted to use on all you guys.
You mean Cloud Kill?
You're gonna rip out your bow or whip out your bow?
Rip out my bow.
So you guys, the point of the cloud in this room is what you'll see on the beginning of his next turn. But other than that, it makes it really hard for you guys to see. But he knows everything. You wouldn't know this yet, but he kind of knows everything that goes on in his fog.
So we're at a disadvantage right now. Is what you're
A
saying.
little bit.
Oh, crap.
He's still about 50 feet away. But your turn.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna rip out my bow. And take a shot in the dark, I
You
guess.
take a pot shot.
Pot shot.
Just hopefully you don't hit Edric on the floor.
I mean, he's on the floor.
Because that'd be 2 automatic fails.
I am not going to shoot him.
So
Not even gonna
you just
get
shoot
close.
blindly an arrow, and you hear tink, tink, tink. You're like, oh no.
Oh, crap.
So, is there windows in this room? Are they glass or whatnot?
Up top. You can kind of see some sunlight through it, but as the fog gets thicker, you can't really see through it anymore.
But are they glassed?
Yes.
Okay.
They look like that thick glass from the windows you've seen
Okay,
before.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get
But it's your turn, friend.
What's my turn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna break a hole in the wall.
You can certainly try. This is magical stone, but you wouldn't know that, so go ahead and try.
Okay, so this is the strength.
Yeah, straight up strength check. Don't want to lose it, huh?
Nope.
You really need one of them, you know that?
I do. The 16 work.
16, you punch a big crack in the wall. And like
Okay.
there's like the big hole, like a softball size hole. And then when you pull your fist out of it or whatever you're using to do it, it begins healing itself again by itself. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Was that my full turn?
that's an action. You can move.
Yeah, I'll move slightly out the way. Not in the same spot's a better idea. Especially with the guy who can barely see.
All right, it's Wobble's turn. Wobble's going to throw a spear.
Yeah,
It's not gonna succeed.
Did I ever make Wobble?
No, I don't
I,
think so.
Wobble,
I didn't
wobble.
make Wobble.
Wobble, wobble, wobble.
Wobble is a grung fighter.
Oh, I got 2 fighters.
Technically, yes. I opened right up to the right page.
Give
last-
Wavo class levels. Let's do this.
He would be a first level fighter right now. So I'm just gonna use the basic grung elite warrior thing on here right now. So he does in fact hit it. He hits the wizard. And a thrown spear. Does 1d6 damage. 5. That moment when the NPC does the most damage. Of course, that's nothing new.
Until the wizard goes.
Or it'd be 5 plus the dexterity modifier, wouldn't it?
Usually NPCs are
Or it'd be
confused.
plus the strength modifier, which is plus 1. So
There's this one time during the game. Yeah.
Let me double check that.
Ranged or finesse, it is strength. It is dex. Otherwise, it is strength.
NPCs.
yeah, because he's a fighter, not a monk.
What is that?
What?
There's a bunny with a horn.
Don't ask questions.
Not
It's
as weird as-
D&D is what it is.
It's not
This
as
is what
weird
happens
as
when you
mommy
give
and
wizards
serpent tail.
pets, okay?
It's
That's what they do.
D&D.
Summon in the demons of hell.
I mean, we already have a pet grung
This is true.
and
It's
Wabo.
true.
Yeah, not 20.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh, the strength modifier makes it a worse score.
I just forgot I still have something.
Okay. I should probably keep that page open. Now, that makes it Stoney's turn.
Yay!
Let me avenge our fallen foe, our fallen friend.
You really don't want him to live to his next round.
So, Now, is Adric inside of this cloud?
Yes, and he's down. No perception to see if you even see he's down though.
You heard a thud.
13.
Dropped.
Yeah, you've seen him drop right before the fog got too thick.
Stony would switch the gauntlet from acid to fire, and he would aim it towards where he thinks the guy was, and he would fire off a firebolt.
Okay. Juliet!
All right, so that's a 19 on the die.
19 on the die, that'll do it. It's like, what, a 23
Do I
altogether?
need to be at disadvantage for this?
No, not yet. Next round.
Okay. 8 fire damage into this gentleman.
8 fire damage. 8 fire? Okay, you can hear him.
He ate
Groan.
some fire.
It smells so tasty. I'm so hungry.
Starts
You just
eating his
hear
own
him,
arm.
you hear him yell from inside the fog. Finally, that brings us to Lazari.
I will use. Wait, how far away?
He's about 50 feet away.
Okay.
Give away your heart.
I'll use my hand axe.
You would have to get within range, and it would take. You're not wrong. So it would take both your movement and your action to get to him.
You know,
So you'd be right up against him, but you wouldn't be able to attack.
So you could always move closer to be able to
You
use
could
your
throw your
spells.
hand axe. You could throw basically anything in your pocket if you
Don't you
wanted
have
to.
magic?
Just move close enough.
The magic I wanted to
She's a
use-
druid.
You could throw Pebble at him if you wanted to.
I was going to say you can throw a pebble if you want.
Don't throw the pebble.
No. That's child use.
You got to start that combat training young.
Pebble attack.
Wobble nods.
Okay, so I don't know how close your spells need to be, but
Let me see.
you could
Let me
just
see what
move
spells you
closer.
got. I got
My
this.
thunder one is 15 feet away.
Yeah, you gotta be within 15 feet. I would have to make a Constitution save. Yeah, none of these are quite close enough by like a lot. By the way, your speak with animal, you could talk to
Pebble.
Pebble,
And
but he
Wobble.
can't talk back.
And you can talk to Wobble.
Then
What about
Wobble?
Wobble's not an animal. I guess technically
Pebble
you
was
can
also a drum.
because Pebble's also a grum. All what I just said. So you could move closer. You can throw something. You can.
I'll move closer.
Okay. How close? Your movement speed's 30, so you can move up to 60 feet.
And he's 50 feet away, right?
Mm-hmm. But because that takes your action, and the rules say so, you won't be able to attack him. I know it's dumb, but you won't be able to attack him.
I'll move 40 feet closer.
40 feet closer? Okay. Good. You're nice and close within his range. Good.
I don't know why you did that.
Back up to Ezra's turn.
There's a lot of fog. You're
So-
a rogue.
So how close? So you didn't leave your spot.
I moved for mine.
Stoney didn't leave his spot.
I am absolutely nowhere near where he was at. I was way off. I like fired off at the wall. I was like, yeah, he's right there.
Like, I got him. Wait, that might be illusion.
What was that?
My foot.
So I don't want you guys to hate me too much because I know you guys are level 2. But this is a spell that wizards would take.
Did I
This
call
is-
it? Did I
this
call
is-
it?
A third level wizard spell, a third level spell that every magic user takes. And he knows that there's 2 of you relatively still close together. So I'm gonna need Stony and Majorcan to make. I need Connor to look it up real quick because I don't have the book on me.
Is it class skill?
Yo, it's Fireball.
I knew it.
Oh, that's 8d6.
It's 86. Okay, what do you got to roll?
D6.
I knew that. What do you guys got to roll? I can't remember. Is it dexterity or
Dexterity
constitution?
save for half.
Dexterity save to take half damage.
Jeez.
Oh, 18.
I got a whole.
I'm still going down though.
Yeah, I got a whole 13.
I feel so mean doing this. 8d6, you said?
8d6. If you use a third level slot.
86. Yeah, it's only a third level.
You're about to TPKS.
More? Yeah, 3 more here.
Hey, you got other fighters? Oh no!
Oh,
no!
Oh
Six,
no.
12, 20 damage on the first 4.
Oh no.
Well, there's no one left. Me, Astrid, and him are all down.
36 altogether. Half damage would be 18.
Okay, yeah, Stoney's down.
Yeah, so am I. Because that's a full
Stoney
damage.
falls down onto the stairs.
I guess this is going to be a TPK.
Thank God for NPCs.
Not really. I don't think there'll be much help here.
Look, I could have been really mean and just hit Adric for 2 fails.
You could have been.
Oh my God.
But
But
now
the
you
whole
don't have the extra damage to worry about.
All right.
He only. Oh crap! He can do that again.
Look, Zach,
Yeah, but the thing is, a fireball is almost guaranteed to wipe out a second level character.
Yeah.
You're almost asking for it on that situation.
you do realize if
character,
all of us go down, everyone dies, right?
So
Instead of rocks fall, everyone dies. Fire falls and everyone dies.
I'm gonna tell you guys, it's still possible. He is a wizard. He has very low HP.
None of us are even close to him.
It's just,
He's at least 3 levels higher than Stoney is, and Stoney has 16 minimum.
so
Ready?
Find my other dice. It's this one.
I can't just call you guys.
Adric, it's your turn again.
Right by your foot.
I know this seems mean, but I'm telling you guys, it is possible.
He's down, so all he's doing is rolling a save throw.
Yeah, he's rolling death saving throw.
10 or higher.
Come on, Nat 20.
Nat 20 is a 2 success. You get back all the way.
Actually, Nat 20 is your backup with 1 HP.
Oh, damn.
It beats the hell out of being dead, though.
Oh yeah, we are.
Adric?
Death save?
Yeah.
So let's go.
3.
Yeah.
A 3? It's 1 fail. This is where the party gets
No,
nervous.
that's my second one, I think, isn't it? Or no, I passed the last time. That's right.
Yeah. You got 1 and 1. Majorican's death.
Oh, no.
No.
My dice do not like
Fern, you're up.
Who's all alive?
You.
Sorry. Only you.
You, Lazari, and Wabo, yeah.
Lazar, are you close enough? Oh,
What?
yeah, Lazar, you're close enough. I'm going to use Command Ally and have you use your spell.
What? She doesn't have a spell she can use.
Yeah, that Thunder one.
You have Thunder Wave?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was within 15 feet, so I'm going to use her. She gets an extra
Yeah.
D8 of damage.
Blast the heck out of it.
There you go. You thunder wave the heck out of me, and that's me making a Constitution save.
And you do an extra 6 damage.
On top of your other D8 that you get to roll.
Yeah.
What is
So
it?
you're
Two,
just
it's
rolling
2d8,
this.
right?
3.
Huh?
3, I
3d8.
think.
Wait for it.
You sure? I could have sworn it was 2.
I can check.
I can
real
look up.
quick.
I can too. I got the app for it.
You killed him.
Yay!
You got a nat 1. Roll it again.
I'm gonna go ahead and say you do double damage. You probably
And-
killed the wizard.
14 times 2.
You killed the wizard.
He's
28
still up.
damage. High five. No,
I'm
he's
kidding. You so as you get up, you, boom, and this frail old man goes flying across the room.
Thank God for Command Ally.
As is Adric, who is also within range.
Actually, already dead. He's just,
But he just slides
Good job,
across
man.
the room. He's not quite dead.
He also gets a failed death save because he would have taken damage.
So what's that?
he also would have gotten 1 failed death save because he would have taken damage.
So yeah, the man flies across the room and drops dead.
She still gets her turn too.
I mean, you do technically in initiative. Wabbo's next, so Wabbo, as the fog begins clearing almost immediately after this guy's dead, Wabbo runs up and just starts stabbing him with this. He finds his spear and starts stabbing him
In the head. Not taking no chances.
I told you it was doable, guys. Just listen to the DM.
Thank God for Command Ally.
Right, we would have been so screwed. We could have got screwed there though. She could have got like both ones.
Hey, there was 3 of you guys still up. You could have still killed them anyway.
He
around.
took out 3
He
of
had
them.
22 HP left. All right,
He
before
took
that
2 out
explosion.
in 1 hit. Me and Stoney both had full health, and we both killed us.
And I think he took out the other one guy in 1 hit too.
2 hits. But
Hey,
still,
let's just be glad it wasn't lightning bolt, which was a 100-foot line.
Right.
He could have hit all of us.
Not me.
No.
Oh dear.
Doesn't that seem a little more epic that you killed someone this high level?
I think he was at least level 5.
Yeah, he's level 5 wizard.
Jesus.
And begin resuscitating the downed ones.
We
Okay,
should probably do the same.
so
Set to staying the down. There's 3 of us.
I need
Me,
a different book now.
Stoney, Ash.
Dear Lord.
You know, healing.
This is
spirit
where things
helps
get
us. We're not
interesting.
Dead. We're dead.
Why'd you guys?
Because we got hit with a 34-point death.
So, Adric's still down. Stoney's still down. Jorkin's still down.
I'll hear what you're saying.
Isn't your turn after the frogs?
Do you have a healing spell?
Healing spirit.
That's out of this book, right? The book?
I think.
Okay.
Hey. Quick question.
Yeah.
How does temp HP work with regular HP if you are at 0 and gain temporary? This is for future things.
Then you temporarily have an extra couple hit points.
You're back
I
up.
assume is how it would go.
Imagine like taking a shot at nothing and you're about to die.
Now I'm looking for something specific in here.
Thank you for that one.
I rolled the wrong die. You all got lucky.
Thing was, she would still get her turn to Command Ally when he has her take my turn, but she also gets hers.
Which means she could heal one of us.
Or
Looking for
attack
something
again.
specific. I know it's not interesting to
Or
watch
we
me
get-
flip through a book. I know. But you guys will be happy with me.
It's right here, is it? I think it was up over. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can use a spell slot, and basically you can use a spell slot and heal them 1d6 HP for every spell slot you use. So like if you use it at a 2nd level, or what level spell is it?
Second.
Second. So you can use 1d6 at 2nd level. If you use it as a 3rd level spell slot, which you don't have yet, you can heal them for 2d6, so on and so forth. So yeah, you can give him a d6 of health, and he'll get right back up.
Okay.
Just roll the d6.
I'm gonna do medicine, I guess.
That's not the d6, actually. It's the 6 die. It's the actual dice.
6.
You're gonna do a medicine check on who?
Let's go with the monk I've been with.
Okay, roll a medicine check.
All right, well, I'm back up with, I'm guessing, 6 points of health, or does that add up?
18
18.
minus 1. I rolled 19 minus 1, 18.
She got a 6.
So 18. Yeah, Adric, you're back up. Well, you're stabilized. Sorry.
And she rolled
And
a 6.
Wobble. Okay, so you got 6 HP. You're right back up. Wobble's gonna try to stabilize Stony.
I have a feeling Bob's gonna-
Yay, friendship.
You rolled a 19 on the die, so you're stabilized, Stony.
Yay, friendship.
Magic.
That's what friends would do stuff together.
Just don't.
That was a bad day. And then I gotta sit back down and just think about my life and be like, I should just go to thievery.
So
Let's worry about wizards.
You're just gonna go like on a massive winter hunt, wizard hunting.
I hate wizards.
You're gonna go a crusade of wizard killing. Oh, wizards must die.
hold on. Yeah, why not? We'll put Fern in here too. So,
We'll do 100 or something.
hold on. I wish these were organized in some sort of way. I think these are the weaker things. Yes, this is what I was looking for. Okay. So as you guys, you kind of wander around the room for a minute. Well, those of you that are up. So Majorcan, of course, is looking for some whatever loot he can find because he's a rogue and that's what they do. Lazari is probably looking for something shiny because she's a cat and that's what she does. Fern's just wondering why the hell they're still here.
You know, I'm gonna loot the body too. Find out why this old man is here in the first place. Maybe I'll find something.
But eventually, you find there's a green chest sitting on the floor. You
Please
pop
tell
it
me
open.
there's a token somewhere here, even though I'm unconscious.
Okay. So you guys kind of hang out up here for a while before he goes searching through the room. And Adric and Stoney, you're back up with 1 HP for the sake of doing this properly. So we'll go Adric first. Well, no, we'll go Majorcan first because you were the one searching the room. Majorcan, roll a D100.
100. That's percentile.
It's percentile. You have all your dice out. Yeah. Plus your D10. Plus your D10. Yep. 1. Okay. Jordan get a 1.
Oh, 100.
Adric, roll a D100.
$76.
76. Stoney.
Also a D100.
D100, yes.
87.
87. Lazari.
2.
So 32.
Yeah.
Wobble.
Isn't that 100?
It's these two.
No.
The
100. It would
D10,
be
100.
0 on this one and a 0 on this one.
Yeah, that'd be 100.
You were really close to having a 100. Which actually 100 would be really cool for you.
Shit. I got 1. I literally could not have gotten anything worse. I'm gonna like.
Who knows what one
piece of
is?
lid.
I don't know.
Fern, go ahead and roll. You were here for the adventure.
80.
Okay.
That
So,
ain't- 800
I'm
means
so
80.
upset right now.
I mean,
Adric, you're 76. You find. Hold on. I've seen this before. Let me find it on here.
oh, that was horrifying.
I was going to describe it, but I think you guys both have DM guides, don't you?
Yep.
So, Adric, you find a pair of glasses that, with a quick arcana check from Stoney, you realize are Eyes of Charming. Which, coincidentally, which, funny enough, is something one of my other players have. Stoney, you get an Instrument of the Bards.
I know what he's multi-classing into.
I can't pronounce the word. Majorcan, with your 1, you find a +1 rapier.
Oh, that's actually not bad. I can do more damage with my sneak attack.
And you can do magical damage.
Oh, dope.
So, like, if something can't be attacked unless it's a magical weapon, that weapon can do it.
Oh, well, yeah, that kind of helps. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Hey.
A 32. Oh,
Sweet.
God. Lazara, you're going to like this. Find a broom of flying.
Wonderful.
You're not a
When you're
witch.
searching around there and you find a flying broom.
You're not a witch. You literally just like chill and float to be a floating enemy.
Well, now I don't have to worry about climbing towers.
Right? You just be like,
Like Harry Potter. This is going to be great Quidditch.
Wabo, in case you guys are wondering, got a javelin of lightning.
dude, Waddle's got.
There's
When I get-
there's a lot of those with your characters.
That right?
It's a picture.
That's pretty OP.
Yeah, I see that. That's kind of cool.
And Fern. I'm sure you're wondering.
That's kind of cool.
Actually, these are really cool. This is like a monk thing, but these are really cool. Gloves of missile snaring.
What?
Oh yeah, they basically give you the monk trait of catching ranged things.
Yeah.
Missile snaring?
Yep.
All right, I gotta.
So you guys all find those. As well as I'm gonna roll a D100 for gold.
These gloves seem to almost meld into your hands when you don them. When a ranged weapon
Oh,
attack
that's
hits you.
anticlimactic. Apparently he was eating his gold. There's 28 gold to separate among you all.
It's a lot of people. Is Waddle getting any of this gold?
Well, we don't care about gold.
No, we don't care about gold.
Hold on. I'll write everything down and put it in chat for you guys. And
So if I can catch something, I can keep it. If I reduce damage to 0. I reduce it by 1d10. Plus my dexterity modifier.
okay, so I'm not gonna write it down in chat. So I'm gonna just say this, okay?
Okay.
There's 4 platinum pieces, 28 gold, 64 silver, and 32 copper. You guys can divide that up however you want. Because you're my special little friends like
Well,
that.
she
Look,
saved us.
I'm gonna raise my hand and be like,
What's up, girl?
I've been money bags this entire trip. I'm taking a platinum.
It's true. He has spent a lot of money on this trip.
How much silver?
Not a trailer.
Shh. It's a trip. What's that, Connor?
How much silver?
64.
And how much copper again?
32.
All right.
I don't know if Fern would have any materialistic need for coin. I don't think there's any actual coin that you guys use in the village.
No, not really. It might take a few pieces of silver to melt down.
So if you guys share with Wabo, it's dividing among 5. If you decide to share with Fern, it's dividing among 6.
How many pieces of copper I need to make?
But I'll let you guys decide that on your own in the chat if you want.
How much silver would I need to
Like 10 pieces of silver. You can make like 4 or 5 arrows, or what are you trying to make with it? Like,
coat the side of my blade with it, my great axe?
you'd need like 30 silver.
How much is that?
64.
I was like 30 silver.
We you guys pay Fern 30 silver.
Yeah, I mean, he's helped us out. If it wasn't for him, we'd all be dead right now, so it doesn't really matter.
It's a lot of silver.
I mean, Stoney kind of paid for all of the rooms.
It's true.
I can't really argue with him. I've been spending a lot of money, too.
Again, this is a
As
party.
far as I know, he's still unconscious, so he can't give us 2 cents.
Okay. Well, I'll let you guys discuss that amongst yourselves later. But yeah, we are actually going to end it right there at the top of the tower with the death of the first of these powerful wizards that you were told about.
Okay.
We will discuss experience after the game. So,
Did we find any book in there that may or may not have spells in it?
we'll find out next time on Rumors in the Southern Isles. So, in the meantime, I know, Charles, you got a bit of a plug here you can do. Go ahead and do that.
Yep, this is Charles signing off. Just co-host of Power Up Gamers. Check it out. Everybody have a good time.
Okay, Connor?
I'm Connor. I enjoyed playing Stony Tark for this game and every game that I can attend in the future. I am part of Versatile Diecaster. Lots of live plays over there. Testing out stuff currently. Go over there if you want to check it out. Stay here if you don't want to.
Okay, and again, I'm Zach Naragon. This is my channel, Geeks on Dice. I'm the host and DM. These are my players. They're wonderful people helping me write this story. A lot of today's story was kind of made up on the fly. Think I did it right. But moving on. Edit that out later. Not much else to say. Every week we play Curse on Dice, which is our Curse of Strahd game, on Saturdays at 6:30-ish. Every other Sunday we play this game, Rumors in the Southern Isles, at 2-ish. And I say ish because we were never on time, and we would never will be, because we're true D&Ders. But also, Geeks on Dice has a Twitter account. So if you don't want to subscribe to the YouTube channel for whatever reason, I'm going to put the button up over here, though, just so you know. And I'm going to put a link to the Curse on Dice playlist on the other side of the video. And in the description below, I will put links to both Versatile Diecaster and Power Up Gamer. What was it, Charles? I'm sorry.
Power Up Gamers Accessibility.
Power Up Gamers Accessibility. I will put links to those down below in the description. But please check out Twitter. If you don't want to subscribe to the channel, just hit following on Twitter and then mute me. That's all you got to do. Or you can share it with your friends if you like. Please. Now, but until next time, goodbye, everybody.